Catholic thing.
It's a Catholic title.
I'm in the folder.
Yeah.
No, just I don't. They said he mentioned something about the current internship spot is already filled.
Sounds more like an Omaha Diocese thing. They don't have those in Lincoln. Only men are allowed to serve. So they're called deacons.
No, it's different than a deacon. What is,
No, I don't doubt that you guys have deacons in addition, but we don't have sacristans because I think that's partially like a lay person.
The sacristans refer to people that like work in adjacent to the church, so like help like set up things. Help.
Oh,
tear
you mean
down
like
things.
office kind of people?
Yeah.
I never understood that.
It also falls under like the people that like give out communion and the wine. Like if you see any of those people,
women are allowed to do that in Lincoln Diocese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because
it's the most conservative diocese in the country,
make,
or one of.
Significant sacrifice. That's different.
Yeah, but when you're talking about doing
my mother's
things
the
like
religious education director,
giving a
but
sermon or offering
volunteers
communion,
for
does
that
it really make a
regularly
difference?
too.
In their eyes, it does.
I don't see why it would.
Because this person has
there's a lot of
sacrificed
overlap,
a significant thing in their life, and they've
closer to the
dedicated their life
office
to this
people
one
of the
thing.
church. That
Would
just help
Jesus
out.
stop them from doing such a thing?
I guess they do call it like the sacristy, where the priests usually are. I think.
I don't really see the point.
Right.
But it's like this. It's more of a like this person. This is this person's job, so they're more trusted.
Yeah, but if you have like
something like that,
and more trusted to do it accurately.
Yeah, but they have like
I don't know. I haven't been in a church
since
in like 5 years, so
that's fair.
Yeah,
I don't know a lot of the
there's,
position titles.
I
know what all of
obviously
them
can't,
do,
so this is
like
a lot of
in concept, but not titles.
assumptions, I guess. But I don't know. From what I can tell, it's they have their job and they need people to support them.
I guess that makes sense.
So they're doing the important job, and then they're letting other people support them.
It's not that they're gaining their role based on status as a clergyman versus a layman. It's status on this is my job. You can help me sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this?
He was wondering about like why is it like clergymen, like the difference between laymen and clergymen, like why is it clergymen are only allowed to do, or why are laymen not allowed to do things that clergymen are? And I explained my idea of it is clergymen, that's like their job. It's their like God ordained position.
I don't know about God ordained.
Part of it
I still
comes,
some schooling or training.
part of it comes down to like
That makes sense.
college degree versus high school diploma,
Which is what Cole and I basically.
Yeah.
I don't need this lecture again.
Yeah, we got there. Yeah.
Well, from the Catholic perspective,
As a man of the church.
I had to explain to one of my coworkers why clergymen can't get married.
Can they really not?
No.
Oh.
It's one of the sacrifices you make because you're married to the church.
I suppose Jesus was not married. Although he had a lot of Marys, if you know what I mean.
there are a lot of women named Mary in the Bible. This is
And he was
accurate.
very close to all three of them. I think there was 3 significant ones.
Yeah. His mother,
yes.
Mary Magdalene.
there was like another Mary.
There was.
In addition to Mary Magdalene, that was like one of those
Yeah.
girls.
One of those girls.
One of the girl
One of them
disciples
girls.
that was always around.
One of them hoes
There-
that was always hanging
There
around
was
Jesus.
another one.
I mean, one of them, because wasn't Mary Magdalene, wasn't she...
She's a prostitute, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a prostitute, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus loved prostitutes. Okay, and I feel like we should follow that sort of
He loved all sorts
example.
of sinful people.
Yeah, follow that example of showing
No,
them
okay.
how their ways are incorrect and how to live more fulfilling lives.
I thought you just...
I thought
Nope.
I don't believe there was ever a passage in the Bible where Jesus looked Mary Magdalene in the eyes and went, "You should stop being a prostitute." I thought it was more like just have
But
self-respect.
He like
In her act of following him, she stopped being a prostitute.
Yeah, but he wasn't like preaching at her.
Yeah, he was not directly telling her.
He was like providing a role model.
Well, it was also, they already knew
he also
it was
saved her,
sinful.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Like they were gonna kill her.
Yeah,
they
she
were gonna
was
stone her.
possessed. Was that?
They were gonna stone her.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if I was about to get stoned, I would swear off prostitution too.
Part of his... This is gonna sound really preachy, but we're on the topic. Part of his whole thing was going to the people that sinned and needed help the most.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not meaning... I did not intend that as a joke, like, Jesus loves prostitutes. I love prostitutes too. I mean,
No, I know.
you know.
I know.
A doctor doesn't come to heal healthy people. That's one of my favorite distinctions.
I think that it is best served as a doctor heals people. We don't make distinctions, you know. At least that's my interpretation. And hordes of pig, too, apparently. Hordes of swine as well.
Kill them. Ooh, kill them. All the pigs. All the end.
Damn, not the pigs.
Oh my gosh, you ate all of it. That's crazy.
Sorry, it was like a little kid walking out of their room.
I flew up.
I flew up.
You want
No.
some?
May I have dessert
She
now?
That was, I got her a double, or a half-pound roast beef sandwich from Arby's.
Half a
Like,
pound? Wow.
Even for me, that's a lot
Solid.
of food. She ate all of it.
Did you skip a meal today?
Have you eaten anything other than that and that ramen?
Yeah, I had a banana.
No, it's not a meal.
I had a banana and 2 granola bars.
That's a no.
No.
This is my first meal of the day, so I don't blame you.
Bro, you guys are crazy! I can't survive without regular meals.
I usually only eat 1 full meal a day.
That's insane.
I usually get in 2.
I get like 4.
No.
It's not uncommon if I eat
I
a
can't come
second
into
meal,
your
I will
work
like
and
feel
take
sick
it.
to my stomach.
That's
You
crazy.
gotta just put on
Like
a wig.
too much
Oh.
food.
Yeah, I'll put on a wig.
It's awful.
Yeah, wait.
Gabe,
That does
it's-
sound awful.
it's
I'm sorry.
awful.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me with long hair, I could pass it, sir, right?
They're close
Well,
enough.
Cole, you're a little bit more top heavy.
Yeah.
I used to be more top heavy. I chopped it off.
Respect.
It was bad. It needed done.
It caused her significant amounts of back pain.
Yeah,
People would stare.
that's the worst part, honestly, I bet.
People staring.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I hear a lot about my coworkers who are mostly females getting stuck in rooms with men because of patients and exams, and they kind of, yeah.
It was bad.
It always catches me off guard, but makes me laugh when Jane celebrates having small tits. It's a regular occurrence. It is.
I paid for small boobs, so it's better than what I had.
A
What I
desirable
had was
commodity.
Really bad. Really bad.
I wasn't sure if you were referencing your hair or your tits before you started elaborating, and I was like, well,
I was a G. I was a 32G.
You were a gangster!
Amanda left that line along with her tits.
I thought you were a gangster! Well, hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm a G.
Sorry.
See, the best part is I would get gangster. I heard I was a gay.
Are you okay?
Sorry.
A gay gangster with 32 G's.
I didn't say it.
No, I'll never let you pretend that. I'll never let you live that down for as long as you live.
But yes, they were bad.
You don't even know. You didn't even see them.
You've shown pictures.
Not really.
I don't need to see anything.
I feel
We've
obligated
lost
to
the
say
plot.
that we are recording.
Oh, okay.
We've
that's
lost
fine.
the plot.
That's fine.
Just as a word of warning to anyone who would, for instance, say something embarrassing and then never get to unsay
Okay,
it.
is that embarrassing?
More embarrassing than gangster.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Oh, so we can start. We do not
Yeah,
have
we
to
can
wait for me to finish eating.
Let's
Alright.
go. That's it.
Welcome back, Mythos. We return after a quick break from last week. In this place where time doesn't actually exist.
Apparently one of us is taking another break.
Quick break.
I had to grab a book. You can keep going. I'm listening.
I thought you were cold.
He's actually a G.
It's actually a bitch.
No, G, maybe.
One of my bosses called me Super G today.
Oh,
Hey, but good morning, Super G. Are you ready? I know. What did you call me?
Which boss was this? Was this
This is not the MAGA
Yeah.
guy. This is the another guy.
Who would like to give us a quick recollection of what occurred last time?
Just gonna read
Who hasn't gone yet?
the video description again.
Probably me.
Yeah, I mean, it's you.
Where did we start last time? At post fight with the people I took my shit back from, right?
Was that the
you guys started the right
Did
after
we do
you
the
guys,
fight or right after the fight?
It was right after you guys had helped the refugees through the fog.
That's where we started?
Yes. After you guys had discovered the Mire
Really?
Forged. Yes.
Last session and the session before both felt like the same session.
I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing.
It's a good thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's a good thing because it felt seamless, Robert. Shut the fuck up and accept the compliment.
No.
I thought our fellow Bethesda was recapping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so it was post-fog helping the refugees.
My buddy.
And we found out about Gabe's family. Or Jack's family.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hiding under a tree.
What's his face showed up.
Dan-
Well, didn't we
Danny.
fight people
Yeah,
first and
Danny
then he showed up?
Lion.
Danny Lion, battered and beaten.
Oh, yes, Danny Lion.
I
And then we
have
had to
the-
fight Danny Lion.
And then.
And
he
then
died.
Eagle Man showed up and was like, "He was not worthy! You
I
are my
see it.
disciples, my chosen
You
ones."
see it. We all see it. Yeah. I
And
know
we were
it.
like, "Hell yeah!" We killed Danny Lion for him and let the other chick go free.
Yeah. She was a chick, yeah.
We gave her kind of
He was
directions.
a boy. She was a girl.
And then we were going, and then he pulled up invisible and tried to
It's a song.
kill.
Couldn't get
You.
any more obvious.
And then we had to take
Skater
him
boy.
on.
Oh, yeah.
And he was upset because of you didn't tell him about your dad or something.
He jumped me claiming that asking what my relationship was to Herman. And
And then he discovered the thing in your chest.
He discovered that. He also probably overheard us talking about killing him and overthrowing,
Nah.
The regime?
yeah, all that good stuff.
I would never overthrow a regime.
Never.
Not in public.
In Minecraft.
For our viewers in Minecraft.
I don't know, I think we kind of just slipped off after that, didn't we? We finished the fight. Or we do a little bit of role playing after?
You did a little bit.
It was a really rough fight.
Yeah.
Bang.
You put molten slaw on his body, buried it, and
Slog?
or slaw,
Slag.
right?
Slag.
Oh. I was about slaw.
Oh, slag.
S-L-
Yeah,
Slough
cool.
is a verb in which something sloughs off of you.
Bullshit.
For example, slag.
Slag sloth.
Yeah. Sloughs off. Slag sloughs off.
Slug. What? Stances.
So
Sorry?
yes.
What?
Last time, you guys ended last session giving discussions of your plan of what to do next, which was
Head to our objective, and if we run into El Victor El Bicho, we tell him survival of the fittest, Moloch lost.
Survival of the fittest.
Would you like this?
It's a rule of nature that every creature knows. Survival of the fittest.
Moloch jumped us and got his ass beat.
He was on the wrong side of the hood.
you can quote me. He started this war that he wasn't ready for.
Okay.
I gotta check if I left something in my car real quick. I'll be right back.
But hopefully, all of the Mire Forge should be dead. So
Well, I believe someone looked us in the eyes and explicitly told us, Moloch controls the Mire Forge. Kill Moloch and the Mire Forge disappears. Something like that.
so
I believe the exact words was if you kill the caster, the Mire Forge will disappear. And you guys are like, well, we know. I think Moloch's the caster, and then made that conclusion.
No,
and
you
then,
told
and
me
then
that
God
it was.
winked at us.
In a separate bit.
Okay. Yes.
You linked the Mire Forged armor to the stuff that he made for Danny
Yes. And you guys drew the conclusion that he made the Mire Forge.
Well,
we,
yeah.
we got
It was
there.
a very easy conclusion to make. We made the conclusion, and then someone else told you, hey, if you kill the caster, destroy the Mire Forge.
Regardless, Victor likely knows that Moloch died about 18 seconds ago. So
Yeah, probably.
it won't be a shock when
Yeah, probably.
if we bump into him.
That's okay.
Probably.
Probably.
Didn't we got a rest too,
No,
didn't
we
we?
have not rested.
No, that's the problem. We're basically like dead. In a word.
How much health am I
Not
at?
me.
I'm at 15. I know I went to 0 and then had to heal myself or got healed.
Have fun.
I'm gonna check if this is how it goes.
Yeah!
I didn't know if you were trying to like trigger me earlier to like start singing the lyrics with you.
Trying to activate a sleeper agent with you.
Because you looked directly at me, you were like, "It's survival of the fittest."
I knew that we were in the same weird corners of the internet, but I didn't know how weird they got.
Okay,
Is
class,
there
we're
enough-
learning about one cest.
We're learning about Wincest?
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm about to say
One
several words to you that are not in the Bible, but the one slur was the original Templar sexy man.
And the main ship was him with himself.
It was a
but like
self-ship.
him pre and post capitalism.
I'm gonna smile and nod. That's all I do.
The things you were saying, coming from the internet, does not surprise me. Not even a
Alright,
little.
so, do we want to still try to cross the wetlands before the 3-day timer is up?
Well, the way I understand it, we have to
singing
go.
the song that did actually make it into the movie.
It's the uncut. Yeah, it's the one that. You know, it's the better version, right?
Yes.
It's the best one.
To give you guys context, you guys are literally.
It goes
right
hard.
at the edge of Duskwood, right?
Oh,
You can't lie to me.
You're
It
basically
does.
at the end.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So do we just... Should we short rest for an hour before we walk up the staircase?
It really makes no point. I think I'm out of hit dice. I'm not out of hit dice, but I'm out of every other resource. So
I used up all my hit dice last time I
one.
rested.
the way I see it, we go ahead and long rest, or we. Okay, well, what's the actual plan? Are we going to the checkpoint to talk to Victor, or
I think we do.
then we don't
I
need
think,
to rest?
I think we have hope, or we hope that he doesn't want to kill us on the spot, as we are some of, if not the only army he has left.
Well, he's still got plenty of Skevhulls.
We don't know that,
From
actually.
what you saw on the podium, that was all his Skevhulls. He has about 30.
That's enough.
It's enough to rebuild.
They get
yeah.
swarm stats, right?
Swarm stats.
On the Skevhulls.
Alright. Well, you guys are at the very edge of the Duskwoods. After about another 5-10 minutes of walking, you are at there's no definable border between these areas, but you are far enough in where you would say you are sufficiently out of the shade mire and within the Duskwoods. Now it is simply a matter of walking until you find or hear something. But I'll give you a quick description of what it looks like around After days of slogging through the murk and gloom of the shade mire, the land finally begins to rise, although the change will bring very little relief. Before you all stretches the Duskwoods, a vast forest shrouded in dense amber fog and the weight of silence. The trees here are impossibly old, their thick trunks rising like columns into the canopy, so tightly woven that daylight barely sifts through the leaves. Local cultivants speak of this place only in hushed tones, wary of the strange folk said to come from within, and even older folk who have stayed here for much longer. The further in you all walk, the more muffled the world feels, as if the Duskwood itself is trying to silence its secrets. As you guys are walking along, you guys take note of something unusual. The trees here are quite large, clearly very old, clearly generally untouched by outsiders in time. But you see at a small point, it seems like a skirmish occurred of some sort. You see like marks on the ground. You see like blood spatters, and you also see on the ground several roots have been been explicitly uprooted from like nearby trees. You don't, and for now that's all you see. You guys can investigate closer. You guys can walk closer, but from this distance, it's all you see.
I think it bears investigating.
Yeah, that's why not.
So, does this look recent?
Make an investigation check.
That is going to be a 14.
A 14. The blood spatters do look relatively recent, within that last day or so.
And by blood, is this blood of a human or a human adjacent race, or is this any sort of fluid from any possible nature?
From this, you can tell it is very old in tribe blood. It's blood that would be from within the body of a Skevhull that has not been wounded in certain places.
Alright.
So the blood itself is very old. You can tell it has been freshly coated on the earth and bark. You notice upon further investigation as well, the tree roots themselves have been cut, and not very cleanly at that. Rather than like a clean, methodical hack of an axe or woodworking, people were desperately slashing and slamming at these roots.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that the tree roots are attacking them.
Yes. You feel like you're able to surmise that quite easily.
Do we make that... Does that train of thought lead you to believe that it was the trees being hostile or someone commanding...
It was most
control?
certainly the Scion of Sleep. That's my theory, at least.
Are we near it?
No, but the Scion's influence extends to all of the lands of Lardinia, the Cultivan homelands. So, no dead trespassers upon our territory were decided to be intruders by our ever great Scion.
Jack, you grew up here, correct?
In the area, yeah.
You've heard the story. You have not ever explicitly seen them yourself or the evidence of it. Old cultivans digging their roots too deep and becoming the trees in the Duskwoods. And you have heard legends and stories of them acting out and striking at intruders as well.
Or perhaps it were individuals, old cultivans, whose brains have been numbed by sleep. Who's to say?
Do you think it's safe for us to cross?
Oh, I'm with you, so probably.
Good enough in my book. I'll hold you to it.
Besides, we harbor no ill intent, do we? I say, casting a glance at Botan.
No, none whatsoever.
Very good.
I might look like I'm gonna burn the place down, but I swear I'm not.
It's a forest.
I dare say we have nothing to fear. Besides fear itself.
We have nothing to fear besides fear itself.
And the Death
giant
March.
man-eating spiders.
And the Death March. And also existentialism.
Giant man-eating spiders. What a good quote.
What's that from?
The Giant Man-Eating Spiders edition is from Gravity Falls.
Oh.
The really fucked up president from the past is giving that speech where he copies the first part is we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
And giant
Man-Eating
Oh
spiders.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Can I ask, how stealthy are you guys trying to be here?
I'm following their lead.
Maximum stealth.
Sneak.
After learning these
I'm gonna
trees
put me
might
at the
kill
back.
me, I would like to be moving at maximum
I'm gonna
stealth.
be as stealthy as I physically can, which is to say, not very.
I suspect my visibility matters less with trees.
Yeah.
I suppose we're rolling stealth.
Yes. And also perception if you would.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. My
All
perception
of
is
us,
dodge.
or
Yeah, a party perception. Everyone rolls.
Oh, I see.
Group stealth, group perception.
That's gonna be...
Hold on, I'm gonna start on this side of the table for.
16 perception,
Okay.
23 stealth.
Okay.
18 stealth, 10 perception.
Okay.
16, 7.
Which is which?
Stealth perception.
I rolled a 14 for stealth and a 13 for perception.
Okay.
What do your eagle eyes spot, Legolas?
I rolled a high.
We ain't found shit!
You guys feel confident that you're moving quietly.
Oh, great.
You are. Yeah.
I feel confident I am moving
After-
quietly.
After sludging through mud for the past 3 days, not having any, or not being able to slip on ice, and we're not having to step in mud, you feel much more comfortable in this terrain, just as a whole. It's solid ground.
Solid ground.
Unfortunately, the lighting and the change in just environment messes with you three a bit, but you, fortunately, adapt quickly. From a distance, basically exactly along the path you're heading, you hear noise. It is very distinctly with your high of a roll. 18, correct?
16.
Or 16.
On perception, 16.
Then in that case, you would hear voices yelling.
Oh.
It's like a light commotion. Not anything. It's like a whoa, like that. It's no.
Not inherently like hostile.
Yes.
Okay.
But it more as in like shock.
I will point it out to the company. If there's shouting up ahead.
I'm probably distracted. Probably telling Toro about how I used to play hide and seek in the fog clouds.
I think I would be better than you.
I probably agree. Glacius,
Motion.
did you say something?
Yeah, there's yelling up ahead.
Of what sort?
Yelling.
Yelling.
Like
at
hostile, friendly, cheerful?
Not hostile, not friendly.
him. Alarmed.
Alarmed.
Surprised, shocked?
Sure, shocked. That's a good word. I wonder where you came up with it.
Well, what do you think?
Might as well approach, keep our distance.
All
It's
right.
along our trajectory as is, so.
Do they sound like they're in danger?
Couldn't tell you.
It bears investigating then, I suppose.
Onward!
Okay.
Forwards.
Away!
As you guys start, are you still being stealthy about this?
Ideally.
Okay. As you guys like slowly make your way up forward, you hear more yelling and shouts. It seems to be not of hostility or fear, more like excitement. As you guys, since you are being stealthy,
I don't know.
as you peer through, as you guys get to the edge of the canopy, you see like a clearing, very deliberately cut and made.
This is a rally.
And you see, you actually recognize about a group of 30 or so Skevhulls forming a small crowd. And you see directly in front of you. Sorry.
They're all singing the Vigorine song from Dolores.
Yeah, what he said.
A company's an animal, just fighting to survive.
You see exactly three. You see three roots sprawling from the ground, like hydra heads or snakes, taking on much more animalistic behaviors or movements, and alone fighting them in the middle of them, clad in white and as frustratingly perfect and good as he looks, Victor Lamoreux.
So Victor is fighting some roots with a hype squad around him.
Yeah, it seems to be people like in awe. Like this is very clearly a rare chance to see Victor fight. People are excited to see it.
Hey, that's my boss. We're not gonna help him fight the trees, though.
Are you relaying this to us?
Yeah.
You all see this. It's not. Yeah.
I propose we hang back and watch.
Okay.
We watch and we
Works
Doc.
for me.
Or gawking? Oh my god.
Ew. I don't like that.
You
at
walked
all.
into it.
As you guys are watching, Victor dodges and weaves. The first one he backsteps and then takes his large. I don't want to call it a long sword, but it is a sword. It is a sword that he wields in one hand with nothing in the other.
Is it long?
No. And he carefully slices it down and chops a root clean. That would be the head of a root or of a snake cleanly off. And then in the single swift motion, he does the next, and a burst of frost emerges from the blade.
Oh,
A second
wow. She's so
root,
cool.
yeah. And then someone yells, and they say, "Hey, who are those?" And you see like a Skevhull turning and has seen particularly Botan in his warm glow.
Yeah, I knew where it is.
Glow.
I'm like,
Even while Victor's still fighting, they're not entranced by his artful.
I'm like standing
action?
behind
I
a tree,
personally
like,
imagine like we're not like hidden, like we walked up and then just didn't.
We're just like at the
down
tree line.
into the clear. Yeah, we're just like watching.
Yeah. Well, a warm glow unfortunately gave you away.
Hey, we made it.
On that comment,
I just said, you're missing the show!
Victor turns around in like almost shock, and the tree root pierces his chest, like straight through his stomach.
He's fine.
Perfect.
Where's his Skevhull? He's
And
fine.
then it's like gasps. People are like, "Oh shit!" And like it goes silent for a second. Victor takes his sword in the very inefficient reverse grip, cuts the last head off this root, and basically tries to tear it in half and fails. It's clearly straight. It is.
If we ever wanted to kill him.
No, there's 30 of his most loyal followers here.
But yeah, no, I'm playing this completely innocent. We made it. We did what we were told to do.
I'm just watching.
And I'll like take a step. Not like I'm not walking towards the group, but like a step down as if I was gonna approach the group.
Yeah. There are about 10 Skevhulls like dispersed, like form like a semicircle around you, to be, like around the canopy, and they're like barraging you with questions. Like, how did you get here? What are you doing? How did you get here? Where's Malak? What happened? And
They're not concerned about Victor?
the rest are like in shock and like looking, but it's about 50-50. As concerned as they are, it is clearly.
Can I take the lead on this? Because I would be super blunt and true to
Go ahead.
For better or worse.
Wait, we have a plan though, don't we?
Our plan is to tell the truth.
Hold on. Do you guys want to get a story straight real quick? In a quick flashback.
Just tell me what you're planning to say, and then I will say
the truth. Our objective was to regroup with the company at the end of the 3 days after crossing the.
What about Moloch?
During his speech, he said, let the best man win. Clearly being aware that people would fight each other. Moloch attacked us.
We're essentially playing ignorant to the greater strategy.
100%. We entirely were just efficient at doing exactly what we were told to do.
Nothing more.
Ideally, down the road, when there's a lot less people, we can split off and figure it out as we go. But no, I think playing ignorant and just... We were attacked, we defended ourselves, and we made it here. Is this not what we were supposed to do?
We won.
Yeah, baby, we won.
Also, none of that is incorrect. None of that is false.
I know, 2. Let me know if Victor uses any ice foil.
I will.
He already used one.
Did he?
Well, that's the thing. There are several of you who would feel like you would receive flow from that sort of action.
Okay. But so yeah, I'll take a couple of steps forward as everyone runs up.
Yeah.
I just want to watch Victor.
Yeah.
That's
You
all.
all see. You see in the background Victor for a moment tend to look like he's about to tend to his wound, but then ignore it. Clearly taking more interest, looks at you, and then through you to the rest of the party. And you see Deidre come up and whisper something to him, and he and you guys are getting.
Is this root still in him?
Yes. It's he has cut off the other end.
I thought you said he failed.
Well, he cut off the other end, but he has not. The root is the main part of the root is still in his body.
Like connected to the tree?
No. So
It's severed.
Like a broken arrow?
Yes.
Okay.
yes. He cut off both points of entry and exit, but the physical item is still lodged within his stomach.
So I walk forward.
And you guys have still been barraged with the. Do you guys want to answer the barrage of questions that are being thrown at you by a million different?
I want
It's all him.
to hear some of them, and then I will choose what I want to respond to.
there's no room for you to cleanly respond. It's just a
Okay.
barrage of questions. You can respond out loud and try and talk over them if you want to, but most of it is where is Malak? How do you get here? Where is everyone else?
Okay.
Here's my question: why are they approaching us with the question of where's Moloch?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting there. So
And then,
I would like
Why should we know?
to shout over the crowd, I guess.
yeah, go for it.
I'm confused. Is this not where we were supposed to meet?
Can I say? No, actually, no, I'm not saying anything. Sorry.
Yeah, that I'm gonna shout over the group. Is this not where we were supposed to meet? Because map-wise, right, this is correct,
Yes.
right? This is where we were told to go.
And then it's after you go, is this not where we're supposed to meet? It's like a barrage of just more questions. And then instantly, as it cuts through the silence, you hear Victor. Silence! And he like steps forward. He is clearly straining himself to like try and keep a noble and like straight presence. He is in pain.
Good. We decapitate him now.
Congratulations on making it here. Good men and women, or good soldiers. Before we do
Bold of
anything
you
else,
not to assume.
Is it Death March DEI?
yes, they are infamously DEI. They will allow that. It started off as a Skevhull and a little bit human
Good.
joining their ranks. But there was a lot of controversy pointing towards Victor and not allowing literally anyone to join if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Before I can assign you any further rest or duties, I have questions.
Okay.
Did you kill Malak?
Yeah. He attacked us.
You see like a smile like creep on his face.
We were attacked by a lot of people on our way here.
Well, that leads into my next question. How many people did you fight and kill in the Shade Line?
Oh, I
How
don't
many?
know.
Oh, it was Moloch, and then some of those.
Oh, that party
Uh,
stuff.
Are you guys like discussing this? Like,
Yeah,
Supply
no,
thieves.
I feel like we would do this
Yeah.
out loud.
How many supply thieves were there?
At least 4?
There was
Did we kill all of them?
like 4 supply
Yeah, we
thieves.
killed all of them.
I believe we were outnumbered in that fight, weren't we?
I don't know if we were outnumbered.
I don't know. Like 4 or 5
4 or
of
5.
those guys that tried to steal our water.
We didn't.
Moloch tried to jump
Did we
us.
kill? What
Dandelion.
about Dandelion? Does he count?
Oh,
Well, I
don't
guess
know if Danny
Moloch
counts.
did steal the kill.
Moloch did steal that kill.
Yeah, but we killed him as a Mire Forge. So does it
We did
count?
do that. We did do that.
So I'd give us that one.
Like 6 to 10, somewhere.
If you
around-
include Mire Forge casualties. If you include Mire Forge
no,
casualties.
we wouldn't use that word. We wouldn't use the Mire Forge
No, why not?
above the table because that would imply we knew more
Well, okay, then the constructs. If you
Yeah.
include construct casualties, 10.
than somewhere around there.
Victor blinks. He nods. Last question.
Are you going to do something about that?
I'll be fine. I appreciate your
It looks
concern.
painful.
You're clearly scraping.
Am I?
I suppose not. Sorry.
Yeah, don't insult him.
What is your relationship to Permon the tree?
He's
Did
a
you
traitor?
have relations with that Permon?
I did not have sex with that man. Who? Hermon?
Yes.
Uh,
I have it on good word that he was seen conversing and collaborating with
he's one of the
Keep an
ones
eye
that
on
like
us.
was in the group that I got recruited into, so I knew him from there.
you. Make a deception check. With advantage.
That is a 25.
No!
That advantage really helped because the other one was a 6.
Alright.
He was part of the group when I got recruited, so I mean I knew him from that.
He
What
continues
did-
for a moment.
You said he betrayed us?
Yes. Though I think we.
Is
can
that another
discuss
deception check? Because we knew that.
No, I'd run the level first.
Okay.
Um,
Not trying to sabotage.
No, you're good.
He considers for a second, and he immediately. It's like a half second.
And to cut him off for a second, to be fair, we don't know if he was like a traitor as far
Moloch
as
screamed it at us.
he did, but
He could have been overreacting.
he also
True.
could have been lying, trying to throw us off.
True.
Like, we had no hardcore evidence to know if he was telling the truth, and that man was insane.
But
So I wouldn't take much of Moloch's words.
Insane.
as
don't we
well.
also know
Devoted.
that Permon is a good guy?
We do, yes, but in the
Okay.
context of like this interaction,
Yeah. Yeah. But you have a question for the class.
How does Victor line up with Malak's image of him?
The portrait that's behind you.
No, I mean like Malak's
Oh, like
The reputation.
your reputation.
How? Because I was basing my version of Victor before on Malak's
Your original
perception
character.
of him. My OC Victor.
The skin is a little more sallow. It's not as smooth. There are flaws in
he looks a
in
lot more
appearance.
real.
Yes, it is not as Grecian as the portrait or his image would have you imagine.
What do you mean? He's a real person. It has face wrinkles.
He told me he doesn't have a fig leaf over his crotch?
The hair is a lot more raggedy, and it's clearly been dead for a long time, rather than only half dead, and still relatively luxurious.
Luscious locks.
He is much more real.
Gotcha.
I do like the turn of plan ahead, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you four will be an amazingly useful asset to the Death March.
I don't do that.
You may rest in Coraudris. Coraudris. Deidre will trade to your quarters. And upon hearing that, Deidre like, no, my lord, sir, my lord, you cannot trust these people. There's no reason to leave them alive, so we just kill them and do not risk it.
Whoa.
Can I ask what we did wrong?
Yeah, I'm curious what we did wrong. Were we not supposed to get here, and wasn't the point of this trial to survive?
I was under the impression it was all a test.
Yeah. Like, the weaklings die off, and those worthy of the death march make it here.
How are we configured? Is it like us, Victor Deidre?
It's you guys, Victor Deidre, in like a semicircle of like Skevhulls, like as like a crowd, and then the tree line behind you. But Deidre like continues. The last time we let someone in our circle without proper checks.
Where is everybody else,
Trust.
by the way? I feared there'd be a lot more people here.
Well, I thought that's what these 30 people are, isn't it?
Oh, you guys all survived.
The
march.
groupies?
I
the
get it,
roadies.
okay.
I thought as much.
Deidre is going to finish her statement.
No, I talked over her. Like, she can keep talking, but I definitely talked over her.
She's talking about last time.
Women, am I right?
Alright.
They betrayed us. And Victor like puts a hand on like the silencer. Deidre, that was your mistake. I will make my own judgments. I think they will be useful.
Can I give Deidre a shit-eating grin?
Oh, I was also thinking of doing that, so we're both shit-eating grinning at Deidre.
Deidre was so nice the first time we met.
We didn't really meet her, though.
Yeah.
She kind of yelled at us.
Yeah, that's fair. I thought she was nice. The woman who yelled at me.
Worry not.
I like women yelling at me.
Their tasks will be inconsequential to our success.
Damn.
That hurts.
You are worthless tools, but I will
That
take
hurts.
you anyway.
I feel like we did well.
However, you
You're
raise a
drinking.
point. Anything in the Death March must be granted with merit.
Isn't that what we just did?
Yeah, it was that.
Since your argument has been based on so far on the argument of strength and ability to fight.
Argument? We were just playing doing the thing.
Yeah, I thought we did what you told us to.
I'll ask this. First, we shall duel.
What?
We're doing it.
Your
Fucking Victor, guys.
Your objective
Sorry.
is to survive.
That came out of nowhere.
I'm so okay, wait.
Let me ask you this. First, we shall duel.
So,
Oh, I heard do it.
so Lord,
I put a statement out of order.
so Lord Victor, we
At dawn,
survived
on the high
your
wall.
trial, and now we have to fight again.
Consider this a final test.
Did they also all get final tests?
They have earned their merit.
Alright.
You are here to earn yours. But do not worry.
Okay.
I am merciful. You do not have to best me. You simply have to last in combat for a short time.
I don't know about believing that one.
I think we're okay. Above the table, we try to kill Victor
This
here,
bitch ain't
right?
No! We're gonna get jumped by 30 loyalist
No,
Skevhulls.
this dude is hurt to shit.
It's an act.
and telling us to survive.
The amount of confidence he's talking with, he's got something up his sleeve. It's not worth it.
All right.
Besides, what happened to just deliver the ring?
Again, that's still my objective. But if I can bring Victor down, I'm not
Weren't
gonna be
you
mad about
weren't
it.
you team infiltrate the Death March and have them escort us there? What happened to that plan?
That plan existed when Moloch thought that we were the greatest people.
Could we not
ever.
leverage our position here to do that?
I mean, we can definitely try.
I'm just saying that killing him is really risky. I'm up for killing him. Don't get me
No,
wrong.
that's fine.
But if you want the,
No, that's why I asked. I was not saying we
Okay.
are. I'm asking. Also, my plan of leverage us a lot was back when Glacius was under the impression Moloch thought we were the coolest people, second only to Victor. So
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have a lot more sway with him before he immediately committed suicide.
He committed suicide. I mean, he did it. He did provoke us. Yeah.
Okay, well,
You may make your preparations briefly. I will wait.
Did we short rest after the
No.
last combat?
You gotta go to camp.
Because I have
Victor, would we
both
be
my
allowed
spell slots open.
to rest? It's been quite a long journey.
I have confidence in your ability to succeed here.
Without resting?
I have it marked that I.
So I've got no spell
did my-
slots.
I did my incarnation. That's why I have my spell slots.
Victor, if I had to
So
list
HP.
my spells in a sort of quantified way, let's call them spells, I would have none of
He
them
sees
left.
your exhaustion. he sees and acknowledges it.
Okay.
I'm also
Okay.
not feeling very inspiring right now either.
You guys can apply or set up whatever spells or buffs or area of effects you want right now before initiative is even rolled.
I don't have anything to give.
You can. Yeah.
Ritual cast?
I don't see.
No.
I don't want to try to do my Hunger of Hadar setup for this
I wish I
fight.
had
It's a
Moonlight.
bait, don't fall for it.
Yeah. I'm just.
Okay?
I said I wish I had Moonlight.
Hey, who is the
Oh,
most
okay.
HP?
I have 25.
41.
I'm at 13.
Well, I am at
As he like declared the duel, like the crowd of Skevhulls like forming like a full circle. They're like going behind you to cut off the picture.
Wait, so we can set up the scene? However, can I stack Skevhulls?
Yeah, here, I need you as a meat shield.
I think it has to be you actually.
What do you mean?
Who fights him?
No,
Oh, I thought it was
he's
all of us
asking the
versus
collective
him.
to fight.
Oh, four
Yes.
on one?
Yes,
4-on-1.
I just want a wall of Skevhulls to hide behind.
I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna.
I don't know what he means by.
I'm gonna die if he
survive.
looks at me.
You said survive. I don't know what that means, as in, like, we have to live a round?
Maybe it's like a riddle. This reminds me of a puzzle.
I guess I'm gonna draw my sword and take a step back.
Alright.
I want to go to take a step back.
Like, I will.
Can you grab me a map real quick?
Yes, my lord.
I will brace myself for combat.
I thought it was.
Glacius definitely does the Obi-Wan Kenobi stance. 100% scimitar in the back, one hand forward.
This is about all we need.
Cole, you're a
I
Star
have to
Wars
pee,
fan,
I'll be
aren't you?
back.
So I set up like Obi-Wan Kenobi and then just
Excuse
Eldritch
me.
Blast from my forward.
Do we have any idea what's really
I have to
driving?
use my front door.
The reason he wants to duel?
You can make an insight check if you would like to.
I would
He
like
didn't
to.
want us to survive. And he is probably fuming at the concept of Moloch being
15.
dead.
15. He's excited by this. He wants you to succeed. He is excited by the prospect, by the group that was able to kill Moloch.
Yeah, so when...
He wants you on his side. He's just he wanted you on his side before, but there's been audible doubt cast upon you guys from both Deidre and the crowd. So he is doing this to essentially prove your guys' worth to the others. In his mind, you are already on the team.
We're literally Mary Magdalene.
So
Victor
maybe
is Jesus.
maybe he's just putting on a show. Maybe he's not actually going to try to kill us.
That's why I was going to try and do a big show too.
Okay.
And like if I get injured, I turn into Moloch. I don't know.
But so I will lie back up and I will say,
Turn into Victor.
I'm sorry about Moloch. I'm not sure if we did something wrong or not. I will say, like, as I line up or brace myself.
I'll let some games back out here.
Sorry, I'd be. You know how it is.
You guys can all place yourself on the map wherever.
Yeah, put me behind somebody. Where's Boatin?
Please stay behind me.
Do you want to be here, Boatin?
Huh.
Okay, I want to be there.
That was not a question. That was a statement. You want to be here?
You want to be here.
Well, did we do like the range before this fight?
Yes.
Before?
Well, I meant to start in range.
Just start combat.
Do you have other bonus action economy? I guess it doesn't really matter.
What are you drinking?
Vodka Red Bull.
Would you like to place yourself on the map? Oh, I did forget to
Is
mention.
the Red Bull flat?
No.
I guess it didn't look carbonated, so I thought you were drinking apple juice.
No.
Apple
it's-
juice?
Since we are in the Duskwoods, this entire area is dim light. If you would like to go invisible.
Yeah, I'll just be invisible.
There's bubbles. There's really.
You have the most hit points, though. Who's he gonna hit?
The person who has been hit like once this campaign.
I've been hit multiple times.
Have you ever
You can
dropped
place yourself right on the
below
map.
75%?
I did, but I was healing because of game stuff.
We need you to soak hits.
But what if I survived?
And the rest of us die?
Is that something Toro would consider?
Can you make a stealth check with advantage for me?
If he drops a fucking, like a blizzard on us, I'm leaving the table.
18.
I will drive home. I was game put it. My wife is worried about the tornado.
The nader's gonna get your way.
Not the nader.
Victor takes his blade and he does the stance. You know the
Yeah.
stance.
Is the root still in his chest?
Yes. Now then, each of you will declare yourself and why you fight. Why you trekked through the Mire Forge. Or through the Shade Mire. Why you fought the Mire Forge. Why you fight for the Death March. State your name and purpose and be true.
I'll step forward. We gotta live up the bit, so I will shift stances. We'll go from Obi-Wan to Ben Kenobi. And I will shout, my name is Glacius, and I fight for the glory of all Skevhulls, and the glory that the Death March pursues. I edited the keyword above table that the Death March pursues, because that is correct. I want our Scion back.
Okay.
So he can insight, and all of the words I said are true.
Sorry, repeat your answer for me one more time.
Can't believe you're a Skevhul supremacist.
And also,
Oh!
make a persuasion check.
So, repeating it, my name is Glacius, and I fight for the glory of Skevhulls and what the Death March pursues.
Okay.
It's not abysmally bad. Performance, dirty 20. 16 plus 4.
His face does not visibly shift at that end. You don't know that's a good or bad thing. You can make an inside check if you want to.
Sure.
But
I'll try. If I'm giving you... Nope. No idea. I am guessing
would you like
a
to
2
declare
plus
yourself while
0.
invisible?
Doesn't tell me what he's
Wouldn't
thinking.
that just reveal where I am?
No. You can.
Would it be fun if I turned into Malak and said what he
No,
said?
absolutely not.
Guys!
It would be funny.
Dude, all 30 of those guys are gonna jump us at once if you do that.
Hey, if we were in a video game and we were
I would
Quick
save.
save, quick
If
save!
we were save scumming, absolutely it'd be hilarious.
Do we have to go in order?
You can go in whatever order you want.
Well, if you go next, then we have to go.
Glacius would have shouted first, so.
He goes first!
First! Me first!
I'm trying to think of what Tora would say.
Me first?
You're second, actually.
Oh, okay.
Also, the worst part is my deception is so much higher than my
for me.
performance.
If it comes down to it. This dude said he should be here soon. By the speakers.
Also, just say your shit now.
Mine.
What's your name and why do you fight? Simple
What's your
question.
character motivation?
My name
for
is
joining?
Botin. I fight. What is the?
Okay, I'll let you. What are you trying to ask first?
What is the ideals of the Death March? Like, what is their goal? It's to reinstate.
The Scion of
Yeah,
Peace.
To get their God King back.
Fuck. The Scion of Peace does not jive well with my B.
Ignore the peace part.
She's dead.
You're fighting for
You could
the
also-
Scions to return.
From the insight that Tora wrote, I don't know if you heard, it looks like he wants genuine answers. You don't think it would bother him if you told him the truth, but it might change his opinion of you. But it's not like he would become hostile towards you just because
My name is
you
Botin,
didn't glaze him.
and I fight to fight.
Yeah, honestly, my name is Botin, and I fight for the sole purpose of fighting.
Not Glory.
Nope.
He fights to fight.
I fight to fight. Glory comes after.
There you go.
First
That's
thunder,
a full
then-
line.
First lightning, then thunder.
That's a full line. I fight to fight. Glory comes after.
So a beast chasing blood for the thrill of it, then you may survive on instinct, but I am art in motion. I stand sovereign.
Fucking prick.
He didn't even respond to mine.
I know,
so-
you weren't worth it. You were like, nah.
Yeah, you ain't worth it,
You
dude.
gave him an answer that it just did not interest him.
That's
It was-
fair.
Bro, you're boring.
I was trying to be. I don't want to stand out more.
I'll sort of step forward timidly.
He already
arms
questions
sort of
my
like
motives.
hands sort of clasped low below my waist, and I will go. I fight to change the world.
Excellent! Excellent! First, though, you must command yourself. Dreamers drown in ambition. Wielders shape the current.
There.
This man speaks in riddles, and I don't like it.
Were you laughing at me?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm trying to think. What's the.
I'm sorry about my boring answer.
And I'll say I fight. Or I work alongside the Death March to fight. But not just to fight for the sake of combat, but to fight for the experienced. To look into the eyes of the ones you face and see the ecstasy and pain.
That's kind of a yikes.
It's kind of a goddamn.
That's like his answer, but better.
That's a damn with a Y in it. Goddamn.
Damn.
Damn.
I don't reveal myself either.
Yeah. So, he didn't even look you in the eye. But, so you fight for pleasure, of course. Only one who has never stood for something can afford to treat it like play. I do not pity. I pity the world that mistook your noise for meaning.
Damn.
Wait, but we're the world that took her noise for meaning. I'm sorry I was boring, Captain.
A question, if I may.
Speak.
Lord Victor, why do you fight?
You've fallen into his trap. You've revealed his trap
Dude,
card.
I'm playing into the narrative. Cut me some slack.
My name is Victor Lamoreux,
Yes?
He will reforge this unworthy nation into a utopia. Attack in any number. Wield any weapons. But fight with your very lives. If you live by a creed, show me its strength.
The follow-up question. By nation, do you mean all of Celumbra or just Scoveria?
You sound like a communist.
That's a fascist.
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever roll initiative for me.
He doesn't answer my question?
No.
Damn!
Everyone's declared themselves, and a duel. You can ask them later if you want.
13.
Can I ask
Oh, and
Third
I'd like to
combat?
like move from where I was whenever I was speaking. I don't know if that's.
Oh my god. I give up on life.
Cole needs new dice.
I haven't rolled like my nice heavy metal one.
Roll with your left hand or something. Mix it up.
Roll with your feet, dog.
Give me
Those dogs out.
Rolled a 19.
What's the highest number among you?
Bullshit.
What is the highest number amongst you?
1. I rolled a 1.
Let him who has rolled highest
Right.
stand!
You rolled a 1, Botan? Okay.
Yes.
13.
15.
I also rolled 15.
Your dex is higher. You're more dexy than me.
Okay. Toro.
I got that dog in.
Jack.
Commentate, Chico.
Jane has a lot of books for you, by the way.
I what?
What?
A lot of books for you. Yeah.
I heard fucks. Like, she's got a lot of fucks to give you. Like, she really cares.
No, to her.
Oh, but you
Plenty
said
of
who?
fucks to
I thought I heard my name.
Jaden.
Oh, I thought I heard Gabe.
Yeah, I heard that game.
I was like, why is Gabe giving
What
random
kind
books?
of books?
For like your guys' Bible study stuff. My mom gave her a bunch of different things.
That's adorable. That's cool. I have to
Incredible.
ask what we're doing. So we haven't decided.
That's fair.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. You see, his sword glows with frost. It seems
Yes.
almost innate.
Not good.
With that first step, he's going to step forward.
This is an issue of 120?
Nah.
Naturally. And 20.
Oh!
Wow.
I was just like, Jesus
No,
Christ.
his dex is 100.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Yeah, this is my OC guy. He has a million in every stat.
I thought he was
this is
like
Robert's
insanely
OC.
alert. I don't know. He's got God alert. He has
Plus 100 to it.
He's a Pathfinder character.
He rolled a D100 for all of his dice.
Who is that? Botan?
Botan.
Yeah.
His damage is
Oh, so that's why he has
D100.
300.
Every dice he rolls is a D100.
Does a 14 hit?
If it's the same,
Yes.
Attacker wins on.
I'm probably gonna die.
He casts Fireball and it's 6D100. All of
You
his
take-
dice are D100s.
That could be a 6, though.
It could be. It's
You take
not.
15 cross damage.
Ouchie.
You dead?
That's your out.
Yeah, that does.
He only had 13.
Yep.
No,
I
not
forgot how much he
He
had.
taps me on the
Humble.
forehead and I
You
go
should've been
unconscious.
Metagaming over my friends?
And you're what,
Bowden
what 20?
dropped.
How much damage are both of you?
I have 25 health.
I have 1 health.
You have
Okay.
1 health?
Yes, I said that!
He's going after you.
Okay.
Hey, I misunderstood that. Remember you asked?
What part of it we need you to soak hits, don't you understand? We got, between us, we got 14 hit points over here!
I have 41!
That's what I'm saying!
That is 23 to hit
Yeah.
with
He's gonna fucking
15
kill
cross
us!
damage.
Okay.
I don't even have enough flow to take the hit!
Yeah, I don't have flow even to absorb it if I could.
From those 2 hits, everyone who gains frost flow gains one flow. You get 2 instances of flow gain from frost.
Oh,
Okay.
so I'm at 6.
How much does
Well, I can't actually absorb frost damage.
Absorb
That's
take?
irrelevant.
absorb is 3? Okay, so I couldn't have.
Okay.
Ouch.
And he is going to move. He's going to move back up to here.
Can I take my opportunity attack?
You can if you wish to.
Yeah. I'm a slash at him. 19 to hit.
That hits. Yes.
Okay. For Minimum damage, that's 4 blood damage.
What type of damage are you doing? Oh, blood?
Blood.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 on the damage die.
Who is up next?
Toro.
Toro. The objective is to survive. You could just stay invisible.
I know.
One
but they're
person
gonna
to survive or
get hit.
everyone?
He said to survive.
Alright, then I know what I'm doing.
Bones, the 3 of us are gonna die, and when he can't find Toro, he's gonna say, "You win," I guess.
I'm going to... Okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing on my turn. It's fucking lame. It's a spoiler.
I'm gonna Hunger of Hadar this whole map and kill us all.
Don't hit us!
As you strike him, he seems pleased by it. Not like an insane, but as like a
Bro's
a
funky with
surprise.
it.
The root is still in his chest.
Yeah.
Can someone yank that thing
He-
out?
He,
It's bothering me.
he stabs me, and I will ripost. No parry,
His movements
just
do, his
ripost.
movements do seem a little sluggish, but he's still fighting with. As far as you can tell, it's always right.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do the
Do we know?
Is it Abyssal Herald, the one that I don't miss? What's
Yeah.
the? Can I do that with a called shot?
I would say no.
Nah. Okay.
Do we know if he's pure frost?
You know he is frost blood.
Frost blood. Okay. And blood doesn't resist blood, does it? Okay.
Blood doesn't resist anything, does it?
Nope, it's the normal type.
Not resist anything, but it doesn't.
It doesn't boost on anything.
Can I balance the called shot, or do I just have to take the?
Yeah, just take the called shot.
Ah.
I mean, you have advantage if you're hidden.
I doubt she is.
I agree. That's why I said
But
if.
I'm invisible.
Well, actually, you do get an advantage unless he's blindside then, because of unseen attacker rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because he's over there. I'm gonna.
He's over there.
Wait, how big is the root?
Is the root?
Yeah.
Imagine just like this, not like a hole through it, but like
I was gonna
long.
try and shoot it to dislodge it. I don't think I can really do that.
You could shoot it to like try and discomfort him, but it would not dislodge. Unless you rolled, in theory, a natural 20. But it would be a very difficult check to try and dislodge.
You might be better off just shooting him in the face.
Yeah, I was thinking the leg too.
Either.
Go for a body shot so you can hit him and deal damage. Don't give in to the called shot myth. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen.
And the called shot.
We don't even know what his AC is.
Bro doesn't believe in called shots.
It's
I'll
lower than
just shoot
19.
him.
Lower than 19. Great.
I will. I can choose to Abyssal Herald after I miss, right?
Have fun, don't drown.
So I'll just
Don't drown. His home fist.
22.
I say that
22
over all
does
the
hit.
time.
That was just a body shot, right? No,
Yeah, just a body shot. And do I get sneak attack?
you do not.
She's not. You get the advantage
She
for
does not
being
get
invisible.
advantage.
Okay.
You see as his
He has blindside. Got it.
You see he has a dim golden glow in his eyes as you fire.
Fucking bitch.
So a day. He's got a day feature. Got it.
How much damage?
7.
7? Alright. Who's up next?
Jack. Oh, that's me. I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
I guess.
That is a
So wait, he was just faking that he couldn't see me earlier?
Yeah.
16 to
The
hit.
guy buying those speakers.
Oh.
I told him to call me.
He texted instead.
16 to hit.
15? That misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to use 6 of my float to reveal shape, and I'm going to attempt to do what Moloch did, aka melt into stone.
Attempt to melt. I would say you can create like essentially a bunker underground with like a.
Can I not make a me-shaped hole in the ground and slide right into it?
Or
Or cause, conversely, the earth to rise up around me in about a 5 by 5 by 5 space?
You could rise up around you.
Down
I would
to
say-
Like I'm talking about like a cube, 5 by 5 by 5 feet.
Are you trying to make a barrier?
I'm trying to meld into stone with reveal shape.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say you're gonna be restraining yourself.
That's fine.
Okay.
The
Objective is survive.
The rock will have more HP than me, and that's all that matters.
Objective survive.
How much health does the rock have? Let's find out.
Who's up next? Is it Botan?
It's Glacius.
Okay.
Oh, Glacius. Sorry.
Ten times proficiency bonus. So
30.
30. Yeah, that's way more than one, so I'm going to take that.
I'm going to say that as the Earth property as well. In that the Earth itself, that it would be doomed. This won't matter in this fight, but for future fights, just kidding.
Alright.
If our objective is just survive...
I'll put myself in a box, yeah.
What if I just fly into the atmosphere?
How would you do that?
I have the fly spell.
What?! What level are you casting it at?
I mean, I can only cast it at max, so...
Is it an upcast?
It's 3.
Third.
So
It's not an
it's not
upcast.
upcast.
Okay. I mean, do you believe that Victor does not have ranged attacks?
I believe he does, but I believe if I...
You know what? Go for it. Just fuck off. Why not? I mean, at the very least, you'll outrange him with the Eldritch Blast.
Exactly.
It's going to make no difference because there's no cover in here. Just don't let your concentration be broken.
I'm torn if that's something Glacius would do in this instance.
It's up to you, man.
I feel like Victor would make some bullshit claim that that's cheating.
It's survival.
Alright, so can I talk to him before doing this?
I'm not going to have him necessarily respond, but
Okay.
I'm not going to give you verification like a rules check.
Right, okay.
So greater than 16 and less than 19. That's the AC we're looking at, by the way.
I'm torn, because I want to just fly away.
Just do it.
Alright, I'm just gonna do it. If our... I will put my hands out and go, if our objective is just to survive, then I'm not gonna stay here. I'm gonna cast Fly on myself. Does he counterspell it? Alright, I'm going to cast Lightning, the Lightning version of Fly on myself.
Nice.
And I will go up 40 feet and out 20 feet.
Alright.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Am I still dead?
It's not even been your turn yet.
Where am I?
Dead on the ground right there.
You moved the wrong person.
Oh, I did.
God damn.
Actually, he's casting Fly on Botan's dead corpse.
You!
He's going to heaven.
Botan, it's your turn now. Or is that the end of your turn?
I mean, I have to roll a death
yeah.
save.
Well, hold on. You're going in the other room with me.
Did he already roll one, or was that Glacius?
That was Glacius.
Oh, can I roll? Are you free?
Yeah, you can roll here. You want? Okay.
Sorry, I don't have anybody to heal you.
Oh wait, I shouldn't
Besides a
have.
medicine check.
I shouldn't have done Fly, but it's fine.
What was the other option?
Oh,
I should
I'm
have
not
Thunder Stepped and taken him with me.
You was...
It's Victor's turn.
You knew about Thunderstep. It's how I was gonna set us up
I
for the
forgot how Warlock
Warlock
slots
fight.
work. I forgot how Warlock slots
Would
work.
someone
That's my
at
fault.
the table be willing to roll me a d8?
Sure.
Tell me the result.
That's a 4.
Okay. Victor's sword, infused with frost, shifts into flames.
Hit me.
This is really strange to you, but you guys are able to surmise
Can I
in
see
heat of
this?
combat. What?
Can I see this?
No.
Do I feel the shift in the elements?
Sure.
Okay.
Everyone else, everyone able to see it.
Except
You're
the unconscious
confused
guy
for a
and the guy
second.
in the stone.
Yeah.
But something tells you something must be up here, but you don't know what. You can ask later, or try and figure it out later, or take a turn to try and figure it out. He's going to, yeah.
I tried to make the line of sight cut off from me to
That's
him
fine.
right now.
He's going to attack you twice. Does a 12 hit?
No.
You're our tank right now, Ren.
You have the most hit points.
Whether you want to be or not, I'm sorry.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
He's going to smite.
A paladin? I'm
Second
ready.
level.
Tell him to suck my dick.
So basically, he's never failing a saving throw ever. Got it.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not a control caster.
Honestly,
Why
not
is
that
he
you have
rolling
spells
so
to
much?
use right now.
Yeah, true. I
That
cast
is
do nothing.
24 fire damage.
I
Jesus.
cast Sugma.
Is that a flow moment?
That is one fire flow for everyone. Afterwards, he will step back.
Wait, he just left my.
Yes.
It's an opportunity attack. Fucking bitch. 22.
22. All right, that hits.
12.
Yeah, 12 damage. After that swing, after that backstep, he's going to take his sword, sheath it, and like just stare you down.
He's aura farming.
He is aura farming. We gotta kill him. No more aura farming.
Who's up next?
Toro.
Me.
He's
So
aura farming.
I
Toro.
shouldn't try and out-aura him?
You gotta flex on him. You gotta flex on
You
him.
can see he's very pointedly looking at Botan.
Oh, he's looking at Botan?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't he unconscious?
Yeah, he's fucking dying.
Don't let him aura farm.
I'm trying to think of the most aura thing to say.
He has clearly relaxed his stance.
But we're still in initiative.
You are still in initiative.
I know, which is why I'm trying to, like, do some aura move. Okay, I take out my coin. And I say, watch this, and I flip it, like, really high. Does he look up? Fuck! This is less cool than
Hold
look
on.
up!
You can make a sleight of hand or performance check. And he will not, he's not gonna, like, do the whoop, but his eyes might follow it.
This is the aura farm.
18.
18. His eyes follow it for a moment.
While I see him looking away, I would like to turn into him.
Turn
Oh my
in.
god.
Okay.
Out
So that when he
aura farm.
looks down, it's him.
I can do nothing to stop this.
Yeah, go.
Which is my action, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but
that,
it is...
that also takes, I believe, 4 flow.
Yeah,
What-
yeah,
what
and
kind
other
of
people,
flow?
it's
That's a
not a
knight.
negative one.
Ah.
It's a night one.
Do you mimic his stance?
I'm gonna just
Make a
mirror him.
performance check for that.
Copy the aura farm.
20.
He looked down at you, like, he gets like half a smile.
Well, I return it.
It's more of a smoke. And then continue and just restores his like field of vision back to the rest of the battlefield and just stares.
Okay, well, next up is Jack.
I'm
He's a
sitting
Jack Erlani.
in the rock.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would like to do something, but I didn't plan that far ahead, so... Sorry about that. I really just need to take a damage cantrip so I have an on-command range shield. I'm taking Vicious Mockery at level.
Good call.
So Jack, you just passed turn?
I don't have anything to do, I'm in a rock, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how do I get rid of the rock? Can I just dispel it, or...?
Yeah. You can and
It's earth formed to a shape, so it has to either destroy it or you have to reveal shape it again.
Yeah, so someone's gonna have to break me out.
wait.
Don't
You
get to
can't,
mine the man out of the ice.
you can't drop concentration on
It's
it.
not concentration.
It's like a fabricate spell.
He formed the rock around himself and then the magic's mocked from it.
Yeah.
You would have to either reinfuse it with magic or have it destroyed.
I'm sorry, Botan. I should have done a medicine check trying to shoot him, but also it's not my sole responsibility to make sure that party member stays alive. So
I don't have anything. I literally have nothing I can do to help.
a medicine check. That's all I had to do.
Okay. Well, that's your turn. You
Yeah,
said-
it's my turn. I don't really. I'm in a rock.
Yeah.
So who's up?
Iglesias.
I'm gonna shout. Are we done?
You see no response, no? Yeah, he responded to Toro's movement. He did not respond at all to your.
Okay.
You see, he's still staring down Botan.
Okay. I will. If he's staring at
it seems to be like it's like a question up in the air at the moment. It's done.
I will re-elevate and I will shoot him.
What? Alright.
Alright.
He didn't tell me that this fight's done, so I'm taking a shot. 18 to hit.
18. Can I ask what element you're shooting with?
Lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
So the first one's gonna be 7 lightning damage.
Okay. Or what did you hit with? Or what was it to hit?
18 to hit.
That hits, yes.
And then 7 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then second one is 14.
Misses.
Okay. Are we done?
No response.
He wants us to survive. Our teammate is dying, so.
Boatin, come behind the screen and make another nut save for me.
Yes, I will. To end my turn, I will move back.
Okay. Victor's turn. He stands. And then he's turning. He does nothing. He stares and watches.
Okay.
Actually, can you roll me a d8? Or someone roll me a d8?
3.
3. You see, like, in the sheath, the flame, you can see, like, a small aura of fire, as it almost. While it goes in the sheath, it switches to wind. This sword seems to be constantly shifting. And at your best guess, since he isn't actively fighting, it seems to be at random.
It's an artifact of some sort.
Can I go stabilize Boatin?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Make a medicine
walk.
check. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
You're gonna aura farm your walkover.
Well, I was gonna try and. Well, it didn't seem like matching as aura worked, so I was gonna start acting like a pussy and like
Don't
hands
do that.
and walk over.
Don't do that.
No.
Skevhulls are probably like foaming at the mouth to help you right now.
Yeah, don't do
Don't
that.
disrespect Victor.
If
I'll
you-
just somersault over there.
You'll somersault.
For the
You're like,
for the
you'll do a
aura.
Dark Souls roll.
Boatin's dying and you're somersaulting.
He's
on
not
his
that far
ass.
from me. I'm just using my movement, bro.
From beyond
Make an
you here.
acrobatics or a performance check. Your choice.
19.
Okay. That gets no reaction. Okay.
Light work. No reaction.
Okay, well, like, I just want to stabilize Boatin.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Oh, 13.
13. Boatin, congratulations, you're at 1 HP.
I'm sorry, man. I should have.
It's fine. We're all struggling.
And with that, Victor's stance that had already been relaxed, it seems like just entirely disappeared. Very good. You have survived.
I'm like Han Solo in the what's it called?
That's not A New Hope, is it?
He's in like the gray slate.
Oh yeah, like the cryo stone or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
He's like. That's like
You're Han Soloing.
Yeah. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Yeah.
I hope that was sufficient, Deidre. Someone want to get him out of here, brother. This is not Victor. Yeah. Someone want to get him out?
Boatin, you're my sweet cheese. Would you?
How
How
can
do I
we?
get you out?
Just
You
get him
gotta
out.
break the rock.
Okay,
I take
while
my giant
flying-
hammer and I go bang and crack the rock open.
Thank you.
You realize
And then I shoot him.
it was kind of hard to breathe in there. If you do that in the future, you can absolutely do it. You might have a limited amount of time to breathe, though.
That's fine. It's a melted to stone spell, but from China, so.
The wish meld into stone.
Yeah.
I will lower my. I will descend, I guess.
Is that enough? You were brave to strike me when the goal was to survive. I commend it.
You said.
As I instructed before, Deidre will show you to your quarters in Coraudris. We shall meet in the morning. Enjoy your stay.
Very well.
And then he turns around and starts heading, and I forgot to mention this earlier. You guys definitely would have seen it. There seems to be like a giant, essentially, wooden boat in the distance, like in parts of the trees. You don't. You see like sheets of metal on it. You think, but it's hard to get a good look at from this distance.
That's a tomorrow problem.
I think we're going there.
Oh, I know. Still a tomorrow problem. So we'll still just, Glacius is going to try to aura farm a little bit. While still floating in the air, which way are we going, Deidre?
Deidre like looks at you like.
I'm also still Victor.
Yeah, she like looks at like all of you, but with like, you in particular, with like venom in her words.
When she looks at me, I cough up a pile of rocks.
I'll show you to your quarters. Follow me.
We will be locking that door.
Were y'all cuddling?
She starts to walk towards towards the ship in the back.
Coraudris. How do you spell that?
Let me pull up the spelling. It's, I believe, Coraudris.
Audis.
Dris. Coraudris.
We are landlocked, right?
You are currently landlocked.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Currently.
The ship is landlocked.
Currently.
What do you mean currently?
I don't know.
It's a flying ship!
Yeah, oh, it's a flying boat.
Yeah. As you guys are led to the ship, two things stand out to you. One, you see like rows of Mireforged, like of dead Mireforged, laid out in rows, and there seems to be like a group of like Skevhulls, like doing a very blatant and hard grunt work, like peeling the armor off their corpses.
Would want to be one of those guys?
Well, I think they're going to be trying to rebirth a lot of Skevhulls.
You would want to leave the armor on for that, I think.
I don't know.
And as you guys approach Coraudris, the boat, as you'd seen, you see that the sheets of metal you had thought were there, and because it was kind of hard to see from the tree line, there seem to be like metallic limbs joined in at the edge of the boat.
Not a flying boat.
It is a walking boat.
walking boat.
My immediate thought was that it sails through the trees.
It's Howl's Moving Castle. Got it.
Large, muscular, metallic. It's metallic, but it gives the idea of muscle. And you see within them, along the borders, several fractals that stretch like the point of like you know how like a web like stretched.
Mm-hmm.
There are several of them like in a single limb, like stretching as far as it can to even try and give it life. It seems to be at rest.
So Glacius immediately thinks to himself, "This is so like sacrilege."
I can't imagine this is very humane.
And you see on the upper near the middle side, each side, large wings like folded in.
Oh, so it's a
And this is when it
does
hits
both.
you, all of you, because this is actually famous. This is the metallic sheet or like cast essentially of an incredibly large dragon, of a draconic figure. And there was only one in history that had that, which was the previous Scion of Fire, the now dead Scion of Conquest.
Hey, Cole.
That's a bad side.
This was your god. They turned your god into a boat.
A prior god. Your god was the Scion of Glory?
Yeah, sorry. This is supposed to be the Scion of Glory. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was called the Scion of Glory. This is the Scion that died 5 years ago.
It is?
Apparently grafted.
Cole,
This is the Scion of Glory?
Yes.
Hey,
Holy
Mr. Boaton, they turned your god into a boat.
They turned your god into a war machine that walks on their own people.
They turned your god into a boat.
You see
You've
several,
been turned into a fascist metaphor. Your god, unfortunately.
Boatin.
you see several cannons is the best way to describe it. You're unable to discern the nature of the weaponry attached to like the hull of the boat. Also metallic, also with fractals within, seemingly stretched to their very most limit.
Oh,
Gracious.
this is why they're taking all of the corpses. They're taking the fractals from all of them
I imagine you're correct.
for the boat.
You know that as you would know when you were trying to make a horse, or considering making a horse earlier, when a fractal was placed in an entity too big, it essentially becomes mindless. If it's stretched too far, it cannot think for itself. It merely reacts.
The more it spreads, the more it disperses any intelligence. Gotcha.
You don't know exactly how a collection of fractals inside a single entity or limb even would work, but you imagine it would be chaos. It'd be a hive mind, a cacophony of noise, undiscernible in consciousness. It would be just pain.
This is so sacrilegious.
This is a legion. Not of the Roman kind, the biblical kind.
Yeah.
This is an affront to all of our gods.
This is an affront to gods.
I hate it.
Dude, I will like actually go like holy shit under my breath. Like that is the fucking Scion of Glory. They found his body and they reanimated it. That is insane.
They reanimated using the corpses of his people.
Not the corpses, the souls of his people.
There's a lot of Skevhulls still working, so Victor still has an army.
It's a small force at best. It numbers at around 50 people total. Yes, it's about 20 grunt workers attending to the Mire Forged, and like the 30 like generals he had. His numbers have been atrociously devastated.
I wish they would refer to him by his real name, the Scion of Conquest, not as Coraudris.
I'm curious what his play is.
I'm barely able to hide my disguise.
Yeah. Deidre takes you to a port, or like a docking station. I don't know what the actual term that is on a ship. Where you get on?
A bridge, a dock,
A gangplank.
Well, it's more like a cruise ship where you're like entering inside the actual hole and body.
A walkway.
A hangar.
Yeah. And on the bottom, and she's walking to your room, and this seems to be like a complex, like a moving base, essentially. In it, there are two notable things you see. When you see like a common room where people would be normally congregating, you can tell by the massive tables and bunk beds that are currently all empty. And then you see what seems to be a library of some sort, like a small library. It says about 3 or 4 bookshelves, but a library nonetheless.
Would I have heard of this moving warship? I obviously would never have seen it, but would I have heard of such a...
You heard that Deathmark had a significant ship.
Had a warship? I
But
just didn't know.
this warship is not like famous in history. Make a history check actually, and you as well if you would like to.
Would this be history, or would this be more tied to like
History.
Okay. 15.
15.
Because I know this boat can't be older than 5 years.
Yeah, the boat is new. The boat seems to have been built specifically.
Call it as a
for
corpse.
Thank you.
Or I should say the boat, not accounting for the limbs, is new. The corpse, it's unknown based on your best guess of whether the corpse was designed to be implemented before or after the post-construction.
Okay. I know they've had it for less than 5 years.
An abomination to the order as we know it.
Okay. Does that 15 give me any insight into, like, if Permon would have mentioned such a vessel, or if Cassius would have any concept of...
Casimir?
Casimir. Such a structure.
You've never heard it mentioned, but
Okay.
it's also would have been relevant to bring up.
Okay.
This is bad optics.
She brings you to a set of quarters, two sets of rooms opposite each other. In one room, there seems to be an incredibly large bed, with another hammock, as if to like hang there. These are clearly designed for more. This is designed for, frankly, the inner circle or high crust. But these rooms are clearly being reused, or were people living here that they made accommodations for before. There's a large bed and a hammock in another one, and then 2 standard what would essentially be about queen-size beds in the second room. Deidre goes with equally as much venom, especially towards Toro, who is still impersonating Victor. You will stay in these 2 rooms. Disperse yourselves among however you wish.
Can I sleep outside if I want?
No. I'll be here to gather you for an assembly in the morning.
What time is that?
You will have tasks and questions.
Thank you, Deidre.
I wonder whatever a human would want. I'm saying this out loud. With the death march. Curious.
Curious and curious.
She turns and leaves.
Alright, we all funnel into one room so we can talk.
Yeah, I don't mind sleeping on the ground.
I don't either.
Although I do miss my bed at home. Mostly because my wife was in it.
Ooh. I don't know that Glacius is familiar with sleeping in a bed.
Same with Botan, actually.
So we need multiple days for a long rest?
You need. I'll just tell you. You need 2.
Okay.
You need 2 nights of sleep.
Interesting.
So
I will say on this first night. Well, I'll let you guys talk first, and then you guys will level up tonight.
yes!
We will level up tonight. Okay.
Booking it immediately is not an option.
Full health.
What?
Booking it immediately is
Yeah, okay, once we are like in one room with the door closed and locked.
They do have locks on them. They seem to be very sturdy and durable.
From the inside?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, what are our thoughts on Victor? I think he's a crazy psychopath.
I would like to preface all of this conversation is in hushed tones.
Yeah.
And quiet.
He really thinks his shit don't stink. I'm just kind of like tired of him.
Why is that?
He told me my reason wasn't very good, and like he feels sorry that the world made me think that my words meant something.
Yeah, that was rather rude of him, wasn't it? And he didn't even address you.
Yeah, he
Didn't
ignored
he
me.
call me a beast?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fueled by
You're
blood.
kind of a beast, though. I start making a barking sound.
Both of you guys are at 1 HP.
Yeah.
One bad bark and you've coughed up your last HP.
It's just sitting there in my throat. Yeah.
So I'm confused by whatever we are currently residing in.
We're inside of a boat on the back of a resurrected dragon, correct? Animated by the souls of your brethren.
It's basically the arms, legs, and wings. So the main body, tail, and head are missing.
Oh, so they chopped him up and stuffed him full of a boat.
Yeah.
They took all his limbs off.
Can we take a moment to talk about how much of an affront this is to the fulcrum itself?
It's terrible.
This is like taking a human body and turning it into a boat.
If you had any reason to not like the Death March until now, let this be your one. Jesus Christ. This was a man who tried to unite your people. Say what you will about his methods, but it was a noble goal, at least. Well, I suppose Victor would fit in the same class, but let it be known, to my knowledge, the Scion of Glory was not killing people and resurrecting them.
No.
To my knowledge.
Well,
Just eating them.
if we're splitting hairs, Victor isn't resurrecting anybody. He's puppeting corpses, but at least we've reduced his numbers dramatically.
So what's the next move, anyway? Book it as soon as we can, or try and play along? I suppose we should wait until we know more.
Yeah, I think we have to play along for a little bit. I hate the idea. I want to get moving, but I feel like if we run now, be poor timed.
Yeah. Whatever is... Well, we need rest anyway, so we might as well stick around and try and move if we can. If I can get any sleep tonight in this goddamned abomination.
It dawns on you all, this is the thing that flew overhead when you guys were in the fog. This was a clear...
Oh, so that's how he kept to the front of the line. And I imagine all his 30 loyalists are in here as well.
See, I thought that was Moloch.
I was under the impression it was too.
It was too large and heavy to clear an entire valley of fog.
I just thought he was the goat.
Yeah, I thought he was just flexing or something.
I mean, he's a wind. He is a wind element. Yeah.
I mean, he had enough wind strength to...
Fly with a broken wing.
Well, to fly with the broken wing and to control 2,000 robots.
But you know what he didn't have?
Friends.
Aura. Riz.
It didn't have camaraderie.
Which, might I add, we have in spades. Camaraderie. Please.
Oh, I thought you meant aura.
Well, we have, some of us have that too.
Some of us.
Sorry, Doji. Yes!
I don't care.
He stole all your aura when he attacked you while you were near dead and stood over your corpse.
I'm not surprised.
That was
Yeah, I
brutal,
think-
by the way.
I think
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Worse has happened.
we rest and try to learn what we can tomorrow.
I'm very curious on how they all immediately put us under suspicion of killing Moloch.
I think it's because no one was supposed to make it back.
The only one who questioned if you killed Moloch was actually Victor. Everyone else was like, "Where is Moloch?" Victor's first question to you was, "Did you kill Moloch?"
Where is Moloch? I mean, how would we know? You know? That's still suspicious in my eyes.
They
So-
knew he was guarding the path to the next area.
Here's my train of thought, is that Moloch had interacted with us the first time.
Oh, so you
saw
think... Yes,
that we
I
were
see.
alive and then went
I
back
had
and
forgotten.
reported it to Victor and Deidre was like, wait, those were the people that talked to Permon, go figure it out. And then he went straight to us and jumped us.
Yes.
That's as you connected. You think has a pretty good chance to be what happened.
So if
That's troubling.
he
A little
reported
bit.
to Victor that the four of us survived, and he was just like, hey, I found the only people worthy of making it, and then
I saw it! You know it!
and
They're worthy of making it.
Victor was just like, wait, aren't those guys traitors? Aren't those guys traitors? Go deal with them. And then he dealt with us and lost.
Yeah, he got
And so
bodied.
when we were the
He
only
got
people to show up, I think it makes
Yeah.
sense
It's
why
called reveal shape, bitch. Learn it.
Not yet.
why Victor would
It's not
come to the
we share element.
conclusion that we killed him.
Who has greater mastery over Earth, really? Me or him? I think the answer's clear.
You're still alive, so.
Yeah. Can he put himself in a rock?
I mean, to be fair, he is now in the dirt.
Yeah. He's one with the dirt now.
The Earth itself.
Right.
So
Huh.
I think that was more of him, because they obviously knew Moloch died, so I think it was more of him trying to see if we would lie about it or not.
Did we? I don't think we did.
I think we're all
No, I
semi
think
honest at least.
I think he posed the question trying to see if we would deny any interaction with Moloch or not.
And we did not.
So I think we played our cards as good as we could have there.
I'm going to update my character sheet.
Yeah. You may all level up now. You can choose to take. I will give you your long rest now if you want to just take it. But I wouldn't say you guys mechanically cannot leave until the morning after.
Just for inventory simplicity, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
So
I figured since you are leveling up, your max HP, spell slots, and all that stuff.
the
So,
bar hit die is a D8.
Yes.
That is 5.
Yep.
Average?
5 plus your con mod. And then you also get 4th level spells.
Oh yeah.
What's the average for D12?
7.
Cool.
Chaos exchange with channel chaos.
Oh, and you can also change out any aspirations that you have. Right?
Within Asper budget.
Yeah, within aspiration budget. But
Does no barbarian doesn't get anything else at level 7.
I am changing like a significant portion of my kit to be more synergistic.
I'm gonna learn another spell. Oh wait, all my spells go to 4th level.
and you get to learn a 4th level slot. Or a 4th level spell. Cole, you get Feral Instinct. So you get advantage on initiative rolls.
Ooh. What is that called?
Game
Feral
should take
Instinct.
7 greater demon.
No.
Additionally, if you are surprised, you can act normally as long as the first thing you do is rage.
Are you changing your vocations?
Yeah, I'll move those around. I'm thinking about taking Dimension Door.
Thunderstep is a better dimension door in my opinion.
That's fair, so we don't need Dimension Door.
Are you taking Devil Sight?
Yeah, I'm gonna end up swapping Maddening Hex to... I'm looking at my spells first.
not maddening hex. The best hex.
None of these level 4 spells are that good.
Pillar stability is within 15 feet, is that correct?
Yes, it's a paladin aura.
We will see. I am
Yes, we
actually
don't
not
have
sure
to
that
take
will
a
be
4th
broken
level
or not,
spell.
so
We'll just take another 3rd level since they upcast anyways.
we call it balancing on the fly.
Oh, I get another option. So I technically don't have to give up Maddening Hex.
Oh, you don't have any spells. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you're doing it right now!
Yeah, I just had to give myself health and an extra feature.
I'm taking Vicious Mockery, so I have at-will healing.
Oh, yeah.
Although it does...
It does require them to hear you, so you can't heal unconscious people with it.
Really?
Vicious Mockery requires the target to be able to hear you, I'm pretty sure.
They can't even hear me while they're unconscious?
I would rule not.
Then that's not worth taking.
If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you.
An unconscious person can hear, and they don't understand. Doesn't that fit the bill exactly?
I'll...
It's not like they're deaf when you go. It's not like going unconscious makes you deaf. A sleeping person is unconscious. You can still hear all your sleep.
Wake up!
Wake up, bitch!
I see where I went wrong. See, it don't make sense now. I'm like that freaking Milwaukee dude.
You don't like that guy, do you?
It's just crazy. Like that's it.
Yeah, I'd say you're right, Gabe.
Okay, I'm taking it then.
A lot of people are disagreeing with you online for D&D mechanics, but I'm going to let you have it.
Epic.
Epicness.
Are you done, Ryan? You had like evasion and HP increase, right?
Oh, I get evasion now?
I think so.
I thought I was just getting HP.
Do I want silence or heroism? What do you think, Brad?
Hmm?
Silence or heroism?
But, I mean, yeah, regardless.
Heroism is 10 HP every round on a number of targets.
Not much for my level up.
Heroism is really good, but I feel like Silence is also really good, and considering I feel like we're moving into a stealth portion of this trek, I think Silence might be better.
I actually think heroism is a step too far. Is like over specializing in health maybe a little bit.
Yeah, because if we can keep our flow up, we have a lot more healing.
Okay. Silence is level 2, right?
Yes. It is concentration, I believe, which I don't know you care about, but...
It is. I get more slots too, I think.
Yep, you get a 4th level spell slot. Or 2 4th level slots, I think?
I get 1 4th level, and I think I get another 3rd. I'm not sure. I'll check in a second.
I can check for you. From 6, you get a 4th level spell slot, that's it.
Really? That's brutal.
Yep.
Would taking Eldritch Smite be worth it?
Well, it depends what are you doing with your spell slots instead.
Hunger of Hadar, movement.
I think your spell slots are more valuable on tricks than they are on pure damage.
I'm just thinking, because they're level 4, it'd be 5d8 damage for an Eldritch Smite. Which is not bad by any means, but...
Do I want to drop enlarge reduce for something else?
Could also always just take improved packed weapon. A +1 is never not useful.
What are your thoughts on enlarge reduce and me keeping it versus throwing it away for something else?
Have you used it yet?
No, but it has very good synergy with the party and with my flow abilities.
I mean, enlarging him is never going to be a bad thing.
No.
Big Emmy Part 2.
Yeah.
I should probably keep it. I just have like 2 level 1 spells now.
Which are...
Disguise Self and Thunderwave.
Would it be worth me taking one with shadows?
What does that do?
I would get her feature. When you are in dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you take an action or a reaction.
If you're taking that, let me know, because I can also take greater invisibility, and I'm not taking that. Half the party has invisibility naturally.
I am silent. You see nothing.
We can move on to the next scene, like, you know.
Oh,
Or would Mask of Many Faces be better?
I don't really see Mask of Many Faces helping us that much. They already know our faces. Who are we lying to?
Well, I have permanent disguise self. Just disguise self at
Who are you
will.
disguising? Like, in front of?
Yes, that's fair. Well, I'm partially thinking...
Plus, we already have disguise self. That's over specializing.
Gotcha.
In my opinion.
I might just go improved packed weapon then.
Numbers, man, you know.
I mean, it's just a flat +1 to my sword.
It's never not worth
and
it.
make it equal to your charisma, right? Or to your Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a D10 versus D8, but
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot more melee fighting than I had expected to. So I don't think it's a bad consideration.
Dang.
Because I feel like I keep getting forced into melee range.
Yeah.
Which is good on you as the DM, forcing me out of my comfort zone, but if I can make it more balanced...
It's just, you got the weird job of being the everything guy.
Yeah.
You're both melee and range, because the party needed both melee and range.
Which is fine, which I think I am going to go improved packed weapon. I think we're going to make it... We're going to commit to the middleman, where I can do whichever is needed.
Man, not having magical secrets is really difficult.
So I guess technically Eldritch Blast is still a D higher.
The average of 1 damage higher. But, yeah.
And I mean, if given the opportunity, range is objectively better, but...
I just don't see a lot of good level 1 spells that are like worth me taking, honestly. Over like... My high level slots are so overcrowded.
Can you take Healing Word?
That's a 2nd level spell.
That's first.
Healing Word is first.
How is it? I feel like it's not been useful at all. Because why would I cast Healing Word when I can just cast Thunderwave?
It's a first level spell slot.
Thunderwave is, yeah.
Oh.
Well, here's what I'd say. You could...
Or better, yeah,
you could
chat.
Vicious Mockery and Healing Word at the same turn. If 2 guys go down.
That's not worth it. What is that, like a D6 and then 2 more D6? That's so not worth it. You're dying at 0 anyway.
2d4, then another d4 plus.
Wait, is he ruling that you can heal us with Vicious Mockery?
Yeah. Well, he's showing that I can use it on unconscious people.
Yeah.
That was the
I'm
point of
also
contention.
rolling it have to be in combat.
Oh yeah,
Well,
sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would not be fun. If
You're dumb. You're dumb.
I
You're
might
dumb. You're
consider
dumb.
that
You're dumb. You're
actually.
dumb.
Do we? I mean, should we just cast like a global ban on cantrip healing with
I think
Bountiful Harvest?
no, because I still want I want the interaction with the Channel Chaos. So I think
It doesn't work for Channel Chaos. Channel Chaos is only fire.
Oh yeah.
I think it kind of needs to be no
Yeah, I
cantrips,
agree.
no cantrip
Yeah.
healing. Damn.
or you could just do no cantrip healing out of combat.
That makes that is a
It bothers our rules mind.
that is like a very. How do you argue that to a player beyond like you know, just as a rules existence only? There's no like verisimilitude in there.
You argue with that it's a D4.
It's not realistic.
It's a D4 of
But
healing.
the thing is, he can put everyone at full HP out of between every combat.
And I guess I personally think it's fine to make the argument that can't heal out of combat. Because I mean, how much healing have we done out of combat that's not hit dice?
Here's the thing. What?
It's a spirit of healing or whatever that spell is. Probably.
But what if he was a warlock that was Earth and had this ability? He just Eldritch Blast damage, which is way more effective.
That's a good point. Because an Earth warlock could be doing upwards of, I guess, by level 7 of 25, 30 healing per turn. No, you're right. That would be insane. Because I guess right now I could theoretically do 24 if I rolled perfectly. And then I could hex you and make it an additional 12.
God, Bane is dog shit. I should not take it, but I kind of want to take it.
Bane is terrible, Bless is great, so...
I don't get Bless.
I took Spirit Shroud as my other spell set.
Goated.
Spirit Shroud is goated.
Excellent fit.
I currently...
Do you have Devil Sight?
Yes, I took Devil Sight. I've got...
I'm not going to tell you anything, actually. Sorry.
What?
I can't tell you. I'm not telling you, actually. I'm just not going to tell you.
Does it not work?
I don't know
No,
what he's
it
talking
works.
about.
It works. Well, actually, yeah, I'll just tell you. It's fine. Have you looked at the spell Shadow of Moil?
Shadow of What level?
4.
Heroism is concentration? God damn it.
Oh, so it's just better. Is a objectively better version of Spirit Shroud.
And since it cloaks yourself in darkness and you can see through it, enemies have disadvantage on you, but you are able to shoot through it fine.
I think I'm not
Would
going
you
to
let me take it even though I wasn't planning on it until you pointed out? Yes?
I think I'm not going to take silence.
That's fair.
Would you guys rather...
Is it still radiant resistance though?
No.
Or would it be whatever
It's
I cast
it's
it
whatever you
as?
cast it as.
Okay. Oh, I see why it's not a pure, objectively better choice. It's an action, whereas
Yeah.
the other one's a bonus action. Still insanely good to like start a combat with this though.
Do I have any level 1 buff spells that aren't heroism? Or log strider?
Interesting. It eats up action economy, but it is very good. Interesting. But yeah, my infusions are Agonizing Blast, Thirsting Blade, Improved Pact Weapon, and Devil Sight. So, Devil Sight and ways to do more damage.
You're not taking the invisibility thing?
No.
Then I will take greater invisibility.
My spells are Detect Magic, Dispel Magic, Fly, Hex, Hunger, Hadar, Shadow of Moil, Shatter, and a Thunderstep. I'm also up to 60 HP.
What are your opinions on Silent Image?
It's what everyone thinks Minor Illusion is.
Yeah.
What about Unseen Servant?
Goated. See, I like Minor Illusion, but not for game breaking, but for like character quirk
Yeah.
of just adding more flavor to your character with stuff they can do. Not like, this is objectively a useful mechanical choice.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to make good use of Unseen Servant. I'm not familiar enough with the spell.
I'm not familiar with the game.
I mean, Unseen Servant is just a better mage hand.
I already have Mage Hand, and it's been useless. You can You can
Alright.
go.
Since we're just waiting on you, I'm gonna have to just move on. Anything guys? Well, actually, before I stop this, anything you guys? You guys do wake up. You are as uncomfortable as it is being in the ship. You cannot deny that sleeping in a bed under shelter reinvigorates you.
I can erase
You feel better.
death saves, right?
Yes, you can erase it. Death saves are wiped from this point.
What'd you roll, Cole?
Two fails.
Two
Yeah.
fails?
Yep.
I sense the shift in the elements.
The first one, I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal.
The second
The
one,
second one, I was like, are you joking? Why?
I had a death fail as well. Luckily, the turn I went down was the turn combat ended last time. So I had that luxury.
Did you guys want to talk at all before Deidre comes to your room at story convenient timing?
Preferably. That was both nice and terrible to actually sleep.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally metagaming. You guys get anything new that's cool and useful for
Well,
us
you could
to
say about
know?
half of my flow abilities changed, and a significant amount of my spell list has warped into something else.
I can evade now.
I can see better.
I can see the future.
I can see the future.
I don't think any of my flow abilities are worth changing.
Normally I fill all my level 1 slots with magical secrets. This is bullshit.
So, just reiterating, our plan is still to kind of follow along until an opportunity arises to ski-daddle.
I think so. As long as we're so close to the enemy, we might as well learn something.
I'm curious what... He must have believed that he had a lot of traitors in his midst.
I don't know if it was about traitors. I think it was about making use of them. People are unpredictable. Tools are not.
I guess I can't argue with that. I wonder if Permon's still alive.
It would be foolish of him to kill him.
No. I don't think so. I didn't see his body anywhere. No.
If there's a traitor within your ranks, the best thing to do is to let him free and find out where he goes.
Would Victor think to do that, though?
He's intelligent, don't you think? What would you do if your house was full of rats? Would you kill each one, or would you let one go and see where its family is? Just saying. Well, maybe he's not that kind of person. Who's to say?
While I agree with your sentiment, I struggle to believe that he would be so willing to risk the chance of Herman not leading him to where he wants to go.
What do you think he thinks of us? Do you think he believes in our mission? I'm not so convinced. I think he's perfectly willing to tolerate traitors as long as they're useful.
I guess that's fair.
It sounds as if you want Permon to be dead.
No, I want him to be alive. I don't want him to be suffering.
Yes, that's fair. We don't want him to suffer.
I would rather him be dead than being tortured for information.
I think that's a good viewpoint.
I would wish the same on all of you guys as well, transparently.
I'm so glad you want me dead, Glacius.
I'd rather you be dead than tortured.
So are we agreeing that we're going to mercy kid each other before anyone gets into torture?
Yeah, we should probably kill each other now, just to
Yeah, true,
to
true.
be safe.
True. What are our thoughts on charm person? I didn't mean to say that in character.
I have the same feelings about charm person as I do hold person. I think it's fantastic and it never works.
Agreed. I
am also just very opposed to save or suck spells. Because for me, they never succeed.
Yeah, they always save for me. No sucking.
no sucking, no good head, so...
Perhaps fairy fire is a good pick.
We have run into a handful of people that have been invisible.
I'm not going to be able to change my skills after this, really, I don't think. So I need to pick a good one.
Fairy fire is always useful because even if it's not an invisible target, it's still advantage.
It's
You guys all slept in the same room, correct?
yeah.
In the same bed.
Can I...
Old
Wait,
hands.
can I ask
Charlie,
you?
like
Which
Charlie
Which
the
room
chocolate.
you guys stay in? The one with the normal beds or the one with the
Building
fairly large bed in the hammock?
Interlink.
Probably 2 beds. I think
Interlinked.
both in the
I just sleep. I turn into a mouse
Interlinked.
and sleep like that.
Do you long to feel the touch of another person? Interlinked?
Interlinked.
I'm guessing Moten and I slept on the floor, and the 2 of them slept in the bed.
I would have slept on the floor. Toro had a bed.
We sleep in the room with 2 beds, and only Toro sleeps in one of them.
Oh wait, there's 2 beds? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in the other bed. Hell yeah.
But before Tor answers, another response to your with Fairy Fire, it would work in really good conjunction with my Hunger of Hadar. Because if you Fairy Fire targets, it would be neutral rolls for you guys to attack them.
Nope. They cannot see them in darkness.
Doesn't Fairy Fire...
Higher level light source overwhelms the other. So unless you cast Fairy Fire at 4th level.
Oh, gotcha.
If the attacker can see it.
That's fair. That's fair. Never mind. Ignore that. If you have the spell Dark Vision...
It would give you advantage, because you'd be able to just... It's super advantage against them.
That's not worth it.
No. If you have Dark Vision, that might be worth it.
I don't.
But... Okay, sorry. Thank you for clarifying before we used that and it didn't work the way we wanted it to.
I'll just take Detect Magic, because I can ritual cast that. That's always useful, don't you think?
I also have it, but...
God
No,
damn it!
I'll swap it, because you can use it ritually, and I'm not going to want to use Detect Magic.
Good. Okay, pick something better.
I have it in case.
Can you pick a buff spell? Because we need buff spells, and I'm severely,
Buff spell?
yeah, all mine kind of suck.
I'm a warlock, my guy. I'm a buff spell?
What do you mean we got 2 control casters in the party?
Buff spell?
Don't worry about it. Take something that will benefit you.
You can wait till choose till next week, because unless you guys go wildly off where I think you guys will go, you guys will not have any combat left this session.
Pick something that you like, actually. I think I can...
There are no buffing I cannot buff the party with any of my spells.
Oh, here's one. Take Armor of Agathis.
Fine.
Oh, you're in Shadow of Moil, actually. That's doubling up. Just do what you want. I'll have Detect Magic. I'm covering that base. Pick something that will be useful to the party.
The most useful thing I can take for the party is Expeditious Retreat.
Don't take that. Take something that... Okay, just take whatever you want.
Okay. Never mind. I'm not giving you any more spell recommendations.
Okay, can move on. Sorry.
Come in.
The door's locked.
I unlock it.
You see Deidre outside your door. She's waiting. She's like, I hope you are all ready and presentable.
I'm wearing clothes, yes.
As much as we can be.
I don't wear clothes.
Good. Cora, what is your form you're taking right now?
Still mouse.
I'm not gonna be Victor. I'm just normal Toro now.
No, Toro? With or without the death march tattoo?
Without.
Without?
I don't really need to like fake it anymore. I already made it.
You've heard of fake it till you make it. What if you already made it?
Personally, I like to fork it till I jerk it. But that's...
You may follow me.
Yeah, fair.
Can we? No, I don't say that. That's petty.
And she'll start walking.
Cool, I start following.
I'm letting Botan go first, and then I'll follow him.
I'll be last in the line then.
Alright. You guys all follow outside of Coraudris. And you see you go back to the clearing where you were yesterday, and you see, you imagine that this is actually something they have that they transport with them, the same podium.
Why would you leave one good lecture?
Yeah.
I think I should.
And you see...
Flow set to 5 because of Lamoreux?
Everyone's flow set to 5, by the way.
I was about to ask that.
You guys see... some of you slightly predicted this, some of you did not. The army of corpses that had been laid bare at the as the Mire forged, and with the armor stripped of them, are all moving again. But this time, it's very, very clearly visible. These are all Skevhulls.
Wow. Those 30 Skevhulls must be exhausted.
You see the generals as you pass by in the common space, like they are clearly not attending this. They have been like almost excused.
They've been sucked dry.
Yeah. Skevhulls, the army that never ends, baby.
That's what they call the Death March.
Yep. As you guys, and you guys are about to like go walk into the crowd when Deidre refers you, and like you're getting on the podium with us.
Okay.
You are now representatives of the Death March.
Perfect.
That's me.
All of you people that were born today, this is false and fake, and you should tear it down.
You see Victor, clothes and armor either repaired or renewed. You're unsure. But the injury you don't see visible on anyone. It's whether there's still visible scarring, you don't know.
Gotcha.
And Deidre indicates for you all to line up behind Victor. In the exact same manner that Malak, Princess Fia, and Deidre had lined up behind him.
That's troubling.
Yeah, we haven't seen Princess Fia, have we?
You actually see her. She's on the furthest right behind Victor. You guys will be in the middle, and Deidre is going to line on your left.
I knew she was far right.
Can I stand next to her in the lineup?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna I'm gonna intentionally line up next to Princess. Hey babe.
Hey babe.
So I survived. I got promoted.
You like banana?
Trying to settle down.
New prince? Instead of like, you need a princess.
Isn't that an implication that you want to kill them and then plant your seed if you're a Skevhull?
Hey, she could plant her seed with me any day.
I'd plant my seed in her any day.
Victor stands firmly, and once he sees that you have arrived, he acknowledges the crowd. You see a lot of confusion on the face.
Yeah, they were born this morning.
They were even born yesterday.
What, were these guys born yesterday?
Yes.
No.
They were born this morning.
I have led all of you through ash and avalanche, through silence, ruin, and frostbite winds. I've asked more from you than any ruler would ever dare to ask of their people.
Ruler?
And you followed, not because of what I was called, but because of what I did. But today, I give name to what has long been true. I am Victor Lamoreux, a lost prince of frost.
Oh.
Rightful heir to a line etched in glacier and myth.
Can I get a history check on that?
Yeah.
Can I as well?
Second.
The concept of bastard sons does not even really exist in Skevhull culture, does it?
It kind of exists right now, in the fact that Casimir is suspected to have...
That's why he's controversial, isn't it?
It's not... wouldn't be unheard of, but it's not something that people make public. If you have children, you tend to announce it.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20?
I was gonna say, can I have advantage with my close relations with Casimir?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's gonna matter because it was natural 20.
Mhm.
I mean, that's still a 19 on history.
You have never heard anything of the Scion of Peace harboring or creating children other than Casimir.
Yeah. So, like, I'm pretty confident that Casimir is in fact a bastard, and that this guy probably is not.
You're confident that Casimir is a son. You're confident you've never heard of a bastard son.
Well, what really defines a bastard in a culture where single parents have children?
I would say it's a son that you want hidden, or a child that you choose not to reveal.
Or I choose not to claim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was Princess Fia claimed, though?
By Casimir, yes.
Oh, Princess Fia is Casimir's daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
So she would be the Scion of Peace's granddaughter.
Is there any there's no possibility that Victor is a son of Casimir?
Chronologically, it wouldn't make sense. But
And there's no way that the Scion of Peace had any more kids, as far as I know?
as far as you know.
Confidently.
It would never. It has not been recorded at all.
Okay.
You are confident it has never been recorded. It doesn't mean it didn't happen, but you are confident at least that if something did happen, it would have been entirely up to you.
I would have researched this extensively.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are confident that there is no written record of any other children.
How old is Victor?
Tweet.
I mean, it's hard to tell Skevhulls' age.
Right. Like, I guess how far back have I been told of his escapades?
He made his rise to prominence through the Death March. But before he was not anybody. He was not anyone of note.
So he's
How old
at
is-
least 5 years old.
At least.
How old is the princess?
The princess is approximately exactly 4 or 5.
Damn, I take back what I was saying earlier.
I'm like 3, alright? I'm 2. She's twice my age, all the better.
Can we wipe that off the record?
She's twice my age. She's what I'd go for.
Yeah, but I'm like in my 40s or some shit.
Hey, I go for older women. What can I say? And out of game.
That's a cougar noise.
Okay. Because my immediate train of thought is like, is there a possibility that like the princess had
So this is bullshit.
had created Victor? And...
Yeah. A lot of chance in hell.
Okay.
So I'm not the DM. I should have this.
Yep. I mean,
You know.
all I'm telling you is you're confident there's no history of it.
It's not a 0 chance.
It makes no sense, if you ask me, to keep it hidden.
How long ago did Casimir get formally announced?
He's been alive before the Scion of Peace was dead. I think probably about Prince Casimir is probably around like 25 or 30.
Okay.
He's old for a second.
What he's doing is essentially declaring independence, secession, and or war against Casimir. This is.
He's also saying that he is valid to become a Scion because he has royal blood.
That was a big. Yeah.
See, but it's Robert's OC, so I could believe it.
Our Scion is dead, and our people falter without one. The rhythm of Skevhulls, of you, the breath of winter itself, drifts in the stillness. Every day we come closer to ruin. But I will not let us vanish into the snow. I will take up the mantle. I will become the next Scion. And I will not do so on words alone, but on the will of the frost itself. Because we have found the Ring of Frost, the sacred relic. The key to ascension, long thought lost, has been recovered.
Put your fucking
Sit down.
hand
Sit
down.
down.
What?
This way. This way.
Above the
Actually
table.
pointing.
Above the table. Bowen goes, they knew you have it?
The second.
Let him finish. Let him go.
The path is clear now. The right will soon begin. And with it, the frost will rise again, not as memory, but as truth. And let this be clear. I will not allow my brother, Prince Casimir, to seize what he has never earned. While we bled and died for our world and our people, he sat idly watching, doing nothing, hoping, perhaps, that the storm would pass on its own. And it has not, and it will not. Inaction is not leadership. It is betrayal wearing a velvet crown. We will meet soon, and if he opposes my becoming of a Scion, then he may stand against me in the Onazon, in this eye of the storm that he is hidden from. But we will not be defined by betrayal, nor by the echoes of our past. The Death March changes today. We will not raise our weapons. We lower them. We will not demand the power. We will prove that we deserve it. To you newborn Skevhulls, given this divine mission, your mission is to witness. You will travel northwest. You will build, not break. Help, not harm. Speak of what I am, of who we are. But let our actions speak louder. Feed the hungry. Heal the forgotten. Carry warmth into places long abandoned. This is how we reclaim our place in the world. Not through fear, but through a fire carefully held. Through a collective power. Let them see that the Death March is not a threat. It is a promise, a vow to mend this broken world and people, and to do it right. Let every village, every broken street and wind-beaten shore remember the name Victor Lamoreux, Prince of Frost, Scion to be. Now go, with open hands, steady hearts, and a fire that your cold cannot smother. Let the ice remember who we are. Let the world witness what comes next.
Who am I standing next to? Sorry, are you done actually?
Yes.
Okay. Who am I standing next to?
I'm on the end next to the princess. I would like to do two things. I would like to roll insight on his comment about being the brother.
He's making a cult.
And I would like to very much try to gauge how the princess reacts to this.
He's already convinced them of their own delusions.
Okay.
Can I also get insight in here? But
all of you can roll insight, actually.
on the part of his speech where he's talking about doing favors of kindness. That doesn't really seem like him, does it?
Okay, you can roll insight.
So, the insight is going to be just a flat 19 on his brother
On
comment.
his brother.
I got an 18.
Okay. He seems to be genuine on the brother comment.
Which I realize
I don't believe
now
that for a second.
I should have specified because, in a way, I picture every Skevhull as being either
In the
siblings or
sense,
parents to
I
each
understand
other.
what sense he meant it. He means it. In every sense of it.
Okay.
You were focusing on the humanitarian acts.
Yeah.
You get?
I don't believe for a second that the man who's so willing to kill people actually wants to do beneficial acts of kindness for goodwill. I got a 21.
21. Okay. I'll give you a little bit more than what you would normally believe. You can surmise that now that he is both they have both air and artifact, the Death March's mission is over. It's over. They're going to heal everything. They're making everything right.
This is a claim. This is not fact.
It's a claim. You don't sense any deception in his words, and it's very clearly the only thing he's told these people that were confused a moment ago. So, unless he tells them to do something else, these people are going to do what he says.
Well, here's the thing. These are all new Skevhulls. They have no memory of the atrocities.
Mm-hmm.
So they would believe this without any doubt.
Yeah. Their Skevhulls are incredibly impressionable.
I'm inciting his name.
His name? What'd you roll?
18.
18? His name's Victor Lamoreux.
It feels like Phoenix right when you stop and you like
Hold it!
about the specific word
And then
highlighted.
I have a second thing I want to do when it gets back to me.
You know,
Take that!
You know Skevhulls choose their own name upon birth. They are not granted one. They choose it.
Hey, you've been alive for 5 minutes. What do you want to be called?
Is he a Skevhull? Probably.
Another question to be asked, considering I couldn't transform into him before.
Yeah.
So I either don't know his true face or true name.
You could transform into him. You just couldn't collect memories.
Exactly. So there's something I don't know, his name or face.
I'm not sure I believe a damn thing this guy says.
Cole, are you
do you
doing
want to
anything?
insight anything, Cole, or are you just taking it with the blows?
Does he still have the root?
I don't believe him.
The what?
He still
You
has
don't
the
need to
root?
roll anything.
No,
you know you
no,
don't
I
have
don't
to.
need to roll
Sorry,
anything
what?
to think that this dude is
The-
fucking crazy.
Is he still impaled?
The root is gone.
The root is gone.
Okay, that's what I thought, but...
The root of the issue has been
God, you are
resolved.
so funny.
Thank you, Paul.
You say he doesn't need to roll anything to not believe this dude.
I don't believe that damn thing about
But
this. It's all too convenient.
I would like to gauge how Princess Fia responds to this claim that he is her uncle.
You can roll perception or insight.
It's her jungle.
Perception. 13.
13. No shift in movement in her face. Whoever's on the other end next to Deidre, also no reaction.
No reaction.
You can tell that these people, they were told this was going to be announced.
They believe this already, or at least stand by it. Interesting.
I just think Roll sounds like a zealot.
Skevhulls are impressionable.
Yeah, it's like he knows what to say to rile him up, you know?
As the speech ends, you guys see like the Skevhulls are looking at each other, like nod at each other, like start dispersing. They have no armor from the Mire Forge. It was no longer needed. That's why it was discarded. They are corpses marching forward to the northwest with at least the idea of healing in their mind.
When the ceremony, I guess, comes to an end, what does Victor do?
Victor steps away.
Because I want to talk to him, I guess I should say.
He refers towards Deidre, like gives her a nod, and she nods back, and then she gestures towards you to follow. It looks like he's leading you all somewhere.
Victor, do you have a moment?
We will talk in my office.
You got an office.
In the boat. In the desecrated god.
It's a captain's quarters. What do you expect?
Very well.
He leads you. There are 3 floors to Coraudris. You were on the first floor. You had seen the first floor originally. You had stayed on the second floor near the very rear of the road. That's where your quarters were. There's a 3rd floor, which seems to be entirely reserved for both his quarters and his office. He leads you into his office, which essentially has a very fanciful desk and for him to sit, and then no other chairs. It seems everyone else is there.
Check the recording.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, my
Alright, 226, nice.
My first thing, roll this is too metagamey, and cut me off if needed. So I want to pose this to the table. Do we think that they know I have the artifact, or do they think they found a different one?
He has no evidence, as far as I can tell, that you have the artifact. Unless he can sense it mysteriously. It's been hit on the only person who knows that you had it was Moloch, and he's dead. And we burned his body and buried him in the ground. They're not taking that guy back.
So, this is what leads me to my next thought. We don't fully understand how Moloch controlled the Mire Forge into the level of them. Is there a possibility that he is able to speak through the Mire Forge?
They were all gone when he died.
Right, but at any point, we knew he was commanding them during the combat telepathically.
They never talked to us, did they?
They never spoke to us, but that doesn't say that there's not a possibility of he had a Mire Forged back at base camp write down, this group has the artifact, or if he could force them to speak, have one of them tell Victor, hey, I found the artifact, it's with this group.
In my opinion, I think that the leave it a note theory has some credence, but why would he fly back to the Death March to report to them if he could have had someone write a message?
No, I'm saying if perhaps he let Victor know originally that he had found our group and that we had survived and killed what's his name, and then he followed us, overheard us talking smack about the Death March, and then jumped us, right? And tried to kill us, and in that combat had another person write down a note, hey Victor, these guys had the artifact during that combat. The possibility that he never left at all, or even if he did leave and said, hey, I found this group, they're the best thing ever, and Deidre goes, wait, but those guys have relations with Permon, you should go interrogate them. So he comes to interrogate us, finds the artifact, and then has one of his guys write a note and say, hey, this group has the artifact. I just think that we should be considering the possibility that they know we have the artifact, and which is what leads me to, I'm torn on, I want to question the next steps of Victor and how he plans to approach Casimir. That's like part of what I want to talk about. I'm also torn on asking, like, can we see the artifact now that we've earned our status?
I think we should press the artifact point. If he knew we had the artifact, why would he let us survive at all? He had us locked in a room in his most secure base. What reason does he have to let us live if we have the artifact?
I think, based on his interaction with us fighting yesterday, part of me thinks that he does believe that we're true to the cause and in support of Casimir, and so it would.
If we're in support of Casimir, we're enemies now.
Right. It's less effort to just take us to Casimir, because he had just announced that he's going to see Casimir. We now have the reason to stay with the group, stay with the party, and not try to flee, because to all of us immediately it's, oh, we have a free ride to where we need to go.
Why not just become a Scion now?
Because I think he wants to challenge Casimir's beliefs and challenge him publicly, opposed to show up and go, hey, I'm the new Scion, you guys are all going to bow to me. I think he wants his, like, underdog, bastard child to the king moment of where he shows up, deposes the current king, quote-unquote, honorably, and then ascends.
He's certainly building a populace that supports him, with a cult kind of thing going on. I don't know.
But I still think showing up and saying, hey, I've usurped the king, versus showing up to prove, right, as he keeps throwing around, prove that he is stronger than Casimir.
Yeah, that's a very prideful thing.
And then ascend. It's not the efficient move, but it is. I feel like he can win over a lot more people doing it that way. Because in my mind, so going off of the idea he knows we have the artifact, or he's found one that works.
Yeah.
We show up to Casimir, and he goes, hey, I've returned from my mission. I've found the artifact. I've done everything I set out to do. I am now going to prove to you and everybody in our nation why I deserve to ascend by facing Casimir in combat, opposed to just ascending beforehand, which would cause an uprising or riots in the streets from everybody that supported Casimir.
I just can't believe that he would want to do something so correctly.
Again, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but in the tribal...
That sounds almost like heroic.
In the tribal-like society that this world seems to be...
How does he want to be perceived?
In the tribal-like society that this world seems to be set in, the idea of showing up to take the throne honorably...
He's so ruthless, though. I don't know.
But we've established he's not an idiot.
No, he's not. What do you guys think?
I think he's crazy. I mean, crazy people can still be smart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he obviously has what it takes. He has the charisma and the intelligence to be in a role where he's able to convince a significant amount of people, regardless of how impressionable they are.
Also, super metagamey. This next statement's super metagamey. In the same way that I gave Faust a lot of credence knowing how you would play, like, a primary character, I'm giving Robert a lot of credit on how he would play a primary villain. And ruthless or not, to make the objectively, publicly facing decisions seems in line.
It does.
He's also earned a little bit, not support from me, but less malice from me. If his words are true, if he is a true Scion...
Are you falling for the spell? Brad?
What's your goal here? Is it to ascend Casimir or ascend Scion?
Brad, the player, is not falling for the spell. The 2-year-old impressionable
Oh
Glacier.
no! This was the worst, most interesting option. The most interesting, worst option. Yeah.
Keyword has not fallen, is not falling, but is becoming a lot more skeptical of Casimir. Opposed to siding.
Been yapping their ass off about how they hate Casimir this whole time.
Opposed to siding with Victor, he is. And as you have pushed him to think for himself, he is having less blind faith towards Casimir.
That's not encouragement to give faith towards.
It's not giving faith.
Do not forget. He thinks that the Skevhulls will forget, but we know and the world knows what he's done. Okay?
I'm not leaning towards Victor. I'm leaning less towards Casimir.
Okay, I support that.
I believe there's a difference.
Casimir is the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. I would rather him
agree.
ascend. So
I agree.
What are your thoughts
Which part?
on whether or not this
I've
guy
said a lot of.
actually has an artifact and what his actual goal is?
I don't trust that he has an artifact.
I think he's bluffing.
I'm about to press him when we get to this office, but that's why I wanted to discuss this beforehand.
I think it's bullshit.
Do you think he's really like a noble blood?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I want to press him on that.
I don't
first.
even think he's a Skevhull.
What's your evidence on that?
Because I can't turn into him. I don't know his real face.
True. Could it be possible
Or he has a fake name.
that he's not Frost blood, but rather Blood Frost?
And that he's human.
Wasn't he using day magic?
He was, but anybody with a blood element can do that.
Blood feeds any element.
Hmm.
Not, they can't infuse it like he did with the sword, but...
Well, here's the thing. The only Frostfall I got from him was from the sword.
Yeah.
So, I have no evidence of any Frost abilities yet.
Do we have evidence
Wait
of
a
his
second.
blood?
I mean, someone told it. I mean, he's using day magic. I mean, he's using day.
What if he's just a day person?
He could be Frost Day.
Did we ever
That's a
consider?
dog shit, Bill. No.
Did we ever consider that he might be Nightblood and he's a shapeshifter?
Yeah, like how you lied to us.
And has chosen to take on a Skevhull appearance.
I
We haven't gotten any
was
frost
thinking
magic.
of trying to get him into a situation where I would speak the language and see if I could trip him up. But
If only one of us had spec full day, we could just know. Not even full day. We would, just like partly day, we would know.
No, it needs full day to just know someone.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Because if
That's why I was so happy when none of you guys went day. I'm like, oh, I can put so many secrets in here. No one gets to know. You gotta look at the speculate.
if he's Night, that would surmise why he could shapeshift.
Does he shape? We haven't even seen him.
We haven't seen him
We haven't
shapeshift.
seen him shift shapes.
But
It's a theory.
It would support why
it
she
would make it
can't.
easier to remove, I don't know, a giant log in your chest with minimal evidence.
If he's a Skevhull, it would be the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys do your stuff.
They're made of ice.
yeah. The same way, like when I take damage, I just need to pour some water on it and it regrows.
Freaky.
The concept that he is Night and can shapeshift, if he was Night blood, yeah, I want to press him about his lineage, but then I want to leave it up to.
I don't think he would be honest.
I don't either.
He'd be like, isn't it obvious?
I don't think he would even answer.
I want to press him on his lineage and the artifact,
Alright.
but I'm mostly scared of me going like, hey, so can we see the artifact? And him going, sure, if you want to show it to me.
Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. Can I see it? No.
No, I'm more worried about him calling me out because I currently have the artifact.
How does he know?
Again, we have no proof to know if he knows or not. That is my fear.
I don't think he does.
Again,
Because if he knows, why would he just take it immediately?
He's playing games.
still a fear that
That's
I have.
fucking stupid.
It is. Again, still a fear that I have is that he knows and I don't want to be
Alright.
called out right in front of him.
Why don't we let the scene play out, and then we can actually get more information instead of pointing fingers at each other.
Fine.
What a nice trap I've concocted for you.
It's fantastic and fuck you.
He sits down. There is nowhere else to sit in this office. Everywhere here is worth his name.
Power play.
Yeah.
Does he kick his feet up?
No.
Okay, wait. First,
We're not gonna see Victor's feet.
he doesn't have frostwalk, right?
I thought you saw.
Can I pee a little and see if it freezes?
I'm also in the room, so
Darn it!
You guys see what looks to be essentially, imagine a medieval file cabinet. I'm not going to call it a file cabinet, but essentially there are documents stored within his desk. And,
It could be a file cabinet. It's not new technology.
It is.
Robert knows that file cabinets have only been around since the year 2000.
I don't want to put the fucking metal, the metal tan file cabinet.
It could be a wooden drawer.
He has wooden drawers.
You clearly see files organized in the back.
He's a learned man.
The one on Fia is huge, I imagine. What? Am I in one of his folders?
It's actually his mind palace.
Oh, I went into Mind Palace? That's worse.
Wait, where's Permon? We're
gonna ask him about that?
I am planning to. I wasn't planning to ask permission from the group for that one, but...
Well then, I believe that you now know the full extent of our next intentions. However, I still need to assign you four. He says your mission.
I can't believe that we actually have the artifact. It's so exciting.
That it is.
Indeed.
The
Scion of Frost
No flinch.
will be revealed soon.
Do you mind me asking where you found it?
Yes. Well, I'll be entirely honest with you. We found it about 2 months ago.
I've just been sitting on it.
Wrong buzzer.
Unless I have the fake one.
No, you don't. Do you?
I don't know.
Okay, have you felt like an allure to wear or touch it at all?
Well, also the way Malak responded, there's no way he wouldn't fucking know if they had it.
Didn't you have a longing for it when it was taken from you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely the real
I almost lost my mind immediately.
Okay, yeah, that's the real one.
Me when I lie.
We have simply been trying to find the way to tell the people that I intend to beat Scion.
Kill them all first. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't say that out loud.
No. If you did,
No.
he goes.
I won't.
I intended to create to split my army into Mire Forged and Peacekeepers, one to defend the people from the other. But unfortunately, your plan foiled that.
So you were going to orchestrate a war?
Yes.
Calling it our plan is a bit of a stretch.
You think this is the guy? Sorry.
We simply defended ourselves.
We will simply maintain this effort through humanitarian efforts. I do wish to fix and rebuild this world.
Humanitarian is when I kill everyone.
It's the most humane thing to do. No more death and suffering if we're all dead.
Clearly everybody's better as a Skevhull. Clearly.
Not even a Skevhull, a construct.
A mindless husk.
The guy is in his own ass.
And then, pardon my questioning, I guess, but I'm curious as to what happened to Permon. As you know, I did know him, and he was a mentor figure of sorts.
He lives.
He lives.
So because he found in recruiting you, I feel that he might have useful things to say or a way to redeem himself.
What was he caught traitorous for?
He was attempting to steal the Ring of Frost. He came into the knowledge that we had it through trustworthiness, and he was caught stealing or attempting a thievery on it.
Yes.
Such blatant disregard for both myself and Casimir. I believe he was attempting to hide it again, so that the Death March would be forced to continue its search.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Seems out of character from what I knew.
I will return your question with a question of my own. What do you believe the people wish for in a Scion? Any people?
Leadership, safety, independence.
Promise.
That's a good one.
Peace.
Dude, that's that's a controversial thing to say right now.
But it makes sense to...
A good economy.
How is peace controversial?
Because the Scion of Peace was the last one.
I had the words in the phone.
Sorry, Cole.
No, you're fine.
Actually, for that reason, it would probably not be controversial.
Yeah,
Sorry.
people want the Scion of Peace back. I feel like when he asked the question, what do the people want,
What do
saying
any people want? Not specifically Skevhulls, but yeah.
peace.
Stability.
Peace in no time. World peace. A cool character
A
design.
scion who reflects their nature.
Their nature. Expound.
Speak, boy.
What is the Scion of Fire's title again?
It was
Glory.
The Scion of Glory.
Yeah, so we want a scion who's going to encourage his
What the fuck
people.
is that?
That's
It's ice cream, but it melted in the freezer.
Melted in the freezer. What is this? Salambra?
Me when I eat my sludge.
Was the freezer open, or was it?
My
I don't
slog
know.
as
The seal must have
described
been
earlier.
not perfect.
Oh, okay. Dude, I think the wild hunt is in our
He's
freezer.
eating the
The
fucking
ice cream
tubby
was
custard.
right next to the door. So it was right. So if the seal wasn't perfect, the ice cream was right next to where all the warm air
Me
was.
eating my gray goo.
So I'm just gonna.
That's what I see him come out here eating cement.
Look pretty good.
Close out here eating rubber cement.
For me,
Those lips are making good.
I
It's
want
like the other
scion.
grandpa that eats paint.
He's out here eating straight milk from the udder. Full cream and everything.
With the cookie dough or whatever the chunks
Oh,
are.
yeah. That's it. Kidney stone.
I'm being judged.
back to D&D, Cole.
Yeah, you had something to say of import.
What it means
About
to
the
me
Scion of
is,
Glory. Yeah.
in my case, I want a scion who is going to encourage his people to seek out glory.
Interesting.
Matching ideals?
My belief is that the people lay their hopes and fears onto a single leader, so that they do not have to bear the burden of them themselves. They may blame them for their shortcomings. It's easy to place all your hopes and worries onto a single person or a single god. It allows you to shield oneself from politics, from blame, from wrongdoings that
This is
society collectively
What he
allows.
believes.
I'm sorry, that's just dumb.
People in a Scion want to lay everything on them and expect everything out of them.
I'm interested in your thoughts on that, actually.
If I just relied on my scion to bring me glory, then I didn't achieve any glory. He did. It's me as an individual going through a trial that gives me glory.
Which is why you all represent the very ideals of the Death March. The Death March intends to let everyone prove themselves through their own merit. People will not be coddled. People will not be held.
How does it align with the humanitarian efforts?
The Death March has committed atrocities. I intend to amend them.
You can't just kill someone. You can't just. God damn it! I want to strangle this guy.
Lose your cool in character.
No.
Lose your cool
Dude,
in
that's
character.
a death sentence. Are you kidding me?
Lose your cool in
I'm
character.
too scared. Jack would be too scared to say that.
Crash out right now.
Hold my hand so I can crash out.
You may ask any questions.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
You do not.
Pardon my hesitance to transparently your bloodline. It is hard to believe, not impossible, but difficult.
I concur. I'm something of a historian, and as far as we know, Casimir was the only direct relative from the Scion of Peace.
Of course. No one but myself knew this until I came forward with this information, and I can see why it would be hard to believe. Though, allow me, Deidre, if you would, and Deidre, takes out a scroll from the wall, and is going to cast Zone of Truth. You all know it's Zone of Truth. and he's going to willingly fail this.
I want to resist.
You're not in the area.
Okay.
It's only on him.
Okay.
I was born in the Scion of Peace was attempting to reconstruct the nature of Skevhulls. As you might know, they were chaotic, widespread. The Scion of Peace wanted to reorganize them, make us a single unit. I belong to the corpse of a human, or I am the corpse of a human who was slain in Skevhulls.
How can we actually verify that he willingly failed this?
By the, I'm going to say by mechanics, because the Zone of Truth, I believe biomechanics lets people know if they fail.
Yeah, but how do the character do it? Does it?
Mechanically, we would know, but I don't know how the characters would know.
Because all Jack saw was a
hold on.
spell being cast, and then he pretending to tell the truth.
Okay, you know whether the creature succeeds or fails, so the caster knows, so Deidre knows.
I don't trust her either.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't. Wait, so did she pull out a scroll to allow her to cast Stone of Truth? May I have the scroll? May I cast it?
The scroll is a one-time use thing.
No, I know. Can
Do
I
you
ask
have any
this?
more?
Can I ask this before she casts it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because we would anticipate this.
And so she pulls out the scroll, and then I will ask. I appreciate the willingness, for our own sake. Do you mind if I be the one to cast it, so I can hear you true?
My insight's higher, right? +6.
Of course.
Should it be me?
If you wanted to.
Who has the highest insight?
Mine's +0. So if
Oh wait, mine is +3. That might be
Both is
the
different.
highest.
so
Should it be me?
if you want to cast it,
If I may, actually.
Yes.
As a historian, it interests me personally.
Poaching goes, yeah, they're telling the truth.
Bing!
Alright, spells been cast.
He willingly fails.
Okay. He willingly failed.
we got there, guys. We got there.
Rogue groups of Skevhulls were known to attack human civilizations and villages. I was born when the Scion of Peace intervened and stopped this attack halfway through. Many humans survived. In fact, part of this corpse's family survived. However, this corpse did not. I was reborn through the Scion of Peace as an act of kindness and of pity.
Insight check.
Well, you know he's telling the truth.
I want to know whether this is a truth that he thinks he believes.
See, that's what I was thinking is, if he's young enough, how is there to say that he didn't just get born and somebody said, you're the son of the Scion, this is the truth, and he just believes that.
Thank you for explaining that. He could have easily been lied to.
The insight check wouldn't come to a different conclusion. It's the same reason a polygraph test isn't perfect. Is if you believe it to be the truth, that doesn't make it objectively true.
It's a matter of trying to test his convictions weighed against my intuition.
Mm-hmm. You know your insight.
Okay. That's a natural 20!
Natural 20.
+6, 26.
He's choosing his words carefully.
Hmm.
He's making sure that the story is deliberate. He as much as he is putting an act to as much as he's putting an act to like try and come up with this is something he knows in his soul. This is something he has rehearsed and has said before.
Does this story feel constructed?
No.
Okay.
It feels real though in whatever senses, in complete truth or in half truths or left out, or I should say half left out truths. You don't know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. He rolled a 23 on his charisma check.
That's the Jack way, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this Jack.
Jack
He's
is-
going off.
Once I was born, it was not.
Wait, one final question. Do I have a hunch about the story? Do I feel like I can trust what he's saying?
You can trust what he is saying. You cannot trust the meaning behind it.
Okay.
not as in like he is lying, but it's unclear whether it's the entire truth or not.
Just do I get the feeling that there's room for like Cole's theory to be at play here, where he believes a lie, possibly?
No, not in that.
How would you know?
He is certain the Scion of Frost made he is in his own words. The Scion of Frost allowed him to be reborn.
He fully believes his story.
I was asking if I feel like there's a possibility, even though he fully believes it, that he was led astray somehow.
Well, I don't know if you get that from him. That's solely on just you.
Yeah.
The only one who can answer that question for certain is
Did
dead.
find out who.
Yeah.
The Sign of Peace. So, to continue. The Sign of Peace birthed me as an act of kindness. She did not raise me, or she did not intend for me to be a Scion. Nor did she just intended to give me life in a place where there was death. That is all she intended and all she wanted. It was never documented. It was never made any deal. She simply wanted to make reparations where atrocities were committed by her own.
I feel like that might be kind of a big deal. I feel like someone would have written it down somewhere.
Do you say this?
After that, I never saw her again.
Yeah, I don't know if Botan would be
She-
smart enough to...
She birthed me, and it was my secret to bear. I made my own life. I forged a death march on my own merit, and now, when I have deemed Prince Casimir unfit to lead, I have stepped in.
Does this line up with what I know, with what any of us know, actually, about the Scion of Peace?
Yeah, it is entirely lines up. Actually, she had been collecting and trying to organize the Skevhulls for a long time.
The children part, though.
The children part.
Because she did it.
It was not something she was known to do, but it's not out of character for her to try and make amends where there isn't. She was known to be a kind person.
This must have been early. Because this is a very foolish thing to do.
Does Casimir know of your existence?
I do not know. The Scion of Peace may have told him that he has a brother, but I know that he is my brother. And that's all I need to know.
How does Princess Fia feel about this?
You can ask her, and he'll refer to her.
Oh, she's in the room.
Yeah, she's in the room with you and Deidre.
Okay. Hey, Sweet Leaps. How do you feel about this?
Through my time in the Death March, I found my father to be unwilling to act. In my action of finding law, I see that he has none.
Damn.
I believe my uncle is more fit to rule.
This is, I feel like, should be.
Interesting.
I don't know, I just don't trust a single thing this guy says, even under his own truth. I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid for that.
It's in character.
It's so... everything he does is contradictory.
Yep.
I mean, it's in character for Jack to
Yeah.
not trust him.
He's like acting like a totally different guy than the one that we saw giving a speech, minutes ago.
Well, maybe he just believes that this is the personality that fits the role best now. At the beginning, he needed to be that, like, angry, fiery
Feels very
person.
changeling to me to have such a wishy-washy personality, but
Do you want to press
I'm
him
allowed
on-
to say that. I'm allowed to say that with the hardling.
He's going to.
Do you want to press him on that?
Well,
Say,
hold on.
why can't I shape
Once
shift
again,
with you?
he's going to respond to your question with a question. Would you follow someone you didn't trust if you thought they were right?
No.
I thought I would trust him.
He'll take that. He'll take that answer.
Well, I don't think I trust anyone, so yes.
If you don't trust them, how can you really ensure that they are right?
That is your decision to make.
I actually agree with Jack on this one. I'm not sure.
What was that, Doten?
I think it's foolish to follow without trust.
That's a very interesting thing for Boatin to say, considering his allies couldn't really trust him.
They're not following me. I'm following myself.
Bitch.
And we just happen to walk on the same path.
I wouldn't say this out loud, but I can follow without loyalty, so.
That's
Sheepish behavior.
ominous.
That is very ominous. Next, we're gonna learn that Toro is awesome.
I am actually, the next Scion.
I'm actually of royal blood as well.
Fuck it, for all I know, I'm of royal blood too.
He had several bastard children.
I just do not trust this guy at all.
Is there a possibility of us being able to bear witness to the artifact?
You may.
Witness me.
It would surely be a historic moment.
You will bear witness after your next task is complete.
Witness.
I guess I can tell you now. You are to retrieve a certain relic for me. A dagger called Luminoxus.
Okay, and its purpose?
That is for me to know. Its lore intrigues me, and it has no consequence on the success or failure of the Death March.
Do I know
Which
anything
is
about?
why I am assigning it to you.
Sorry. Do I know anything about this dagger?
You make a history check, or actually history or Arcana. Your choice.
I think Arcana is the better choice, yeah.
I think.
9.
You know it's a relic. You've seen
A relic.
Relics are usually buried, and information on them is incredibly censored, if it's even surfaced ever.
Yeah.
You might have heard Luminoxus as the name of a relic, but you don't know.
If I may be so bold as to ask, what is a relic of no great import to the Death March worth? Why is it worth diverting resources to?
It interests me, and because you are new, I cannot risk you to if you are against me.
A third test, I see.
Yes.
How many tests will be enough?
Until you have fully proven yourself to me.
May I ask another question?
Yes.
Had Moloch fully proven himself to you, or was he merely useful?
That he had fully shown his devotion.
Do you happen to know why he tried to kill us?
He was ordered to kill everyone. I had intended to kill all of you.
This guy just makes no damn sense!
I'm surprised he found you worthy, and it made me think that you were worthy.
He's a fucking liar!
So he returned to you before our arrival?
Yes. And that is when Deidre here brought up your relationship, your concerning conversation with Permon.
So I was right.
I told him to act how he.
He did come back and talk with them before trying to kill us.
I thought that was that a debate?
Not fully. We didn't have confirmation of it.
Oh.
I told him he was free to act upon you as he chose.
I thought that was what happened.
This is fair. Where is this artifact?
You'll receive no more information on that from me. Prove that you think as well as you fight. You can ask around, find information on the ship, but I shall not hand feed all the information to you. This is a test.
So you don't know where it is?
I do.
So, man wants his people to be able to rely on the Scion for all of their problems. And
That's not what he said. That's not what he said he wanted to do. He said that's what the people want out of it. There is a very clear distinction there.
And he's trying to change that. So you want us to prove ourselves again by going and finding an item that you know the location of.
Yes. Is there a problem?
I am confused about the purpose of not... So, if you need to send someone to go
Toro,
get it...
make a history check for me, actually.
If you need to send a group to go retrieve this item, that makes me believe that it is not simply sitting in the sand on the beach.
5?
That it is not simply sitting in the
this
sand on the
many.
beach, and that it is at least a somewhat difficult task to actually retrieve it, otherwise you would have done so already. So slowing our progress by not simply telling us where it is seems counterproductive.
Your success has no bearing on the success or failure of the Death March.
Ouch.
This is literally just a menial fetch quest. Just to
Once
see
you have
if
completed
we'll
this
do what he tells
quest,
us
this
to
task, you may reconvene at the northern edge of the
Can we just go to
Duskwoods.
Casimir?
In which case, where I will escort you all, so that I may hold my conversation with my brother. You will all go with me to the Artisan.
Another question. What is, not that we're going to do this, by the way, but what is stopping us from merely doing as you say and finding the dagger and then splitting?
Splitting? I suppose nothing. Yet you would not be able to witness the ascension of Casimir. Or of me.
True.
Do you plan to challenge him in ritual combat?
I plan to challenge his beliefs. And if he does not concede, I shall kill him.
Damn!
And I'll say this.
Let me ask you a question. Let's duel.
I'll say this more to
Sounds like
the
a
rest
anime
of the
character.
room, and not to.
Do you watch Counterpoints? That's totally unrelated.
So
I've
more
watched a lot of ContraPoints. I haven't watched
to the
stuff in a couple
group
years though, but she doesn't really release a lot.
No.
and less targeted towards Victor. Casimir will not step down on his beliefs, but he will lose any physical fight.
Has Casimir ever said anything of any import?
A big question you guys should be asking yourselves: would Casimir step down?
I think that he could. I think that he might, to be honest. He's kind of weak-willed.
He will either step down or die. There's no way he wins in a physical fight or in an ideological fight. Whether I support his ideology or not, he is not
He's got far
strong
more
willed enough
conviction.
to win.
This might be super conspiracy theory, but is there any chance he's just been waiting for this to happen? Not Victor specifically, but for someone to just usurp him?
You mean like hoping someone
Yeah,
would?
to take the burden away.
I think it's possible. Or maybe we go full circle conspiracy theory, and he is actually a true god of combat, and is simply waiting for somebody to fucking try him.
He's One Punch Man?
He's One Punch Man. He wants someone to actually say it to his face and to test him, just so he can put them down.
That's
He's got a
so Baki
scroll
core.
of power word kill
Yeah.
in his back pocket.
It is Baki Pill. This man is so powerful, he's bored, and he simply is begging somebody.
He's
to
already
test him.
stronger than every Scion on the planet without the Scion. Why would he need to go even further?
Right, it doesn't matter. He's simply waiting for someone to test him. I hope that's the case. I doubt it is. I hope that's the case. That when actually pressed, he floors anybody. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
I'll respond with yet another question then, since we seem to be going question for question. Do you think the fulcrum represents balance? Do you think that this change is actually not being it breaking, but it's simply revealing a further form?
I think that the fulcrum... This is going to be a hot take, by the way. This might be the first time I've ever said this out loud. Represents change, but not balance. Personally. Because is there not balance to be found in motion? A seesaw is never still. It's always moving.
Bicycles exist in this world?
Do what?
Do bicycles exist in this world? Because that seems like a good...
Yes! An excellent example. Like a sort
That man with
of...
some wheels.
Like a cart with only 2 wheels. It can only go it can only stay balanced by moving.
A two-legged
Like a
horse.
shark.
Like a 2-leg or a shark! Yes, thank you, Dora.
Well, you know, I'm an island person.
On the island. Are you an island boy?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I still feel that since we're having I feel statements, sending us on a wild fetch quest, while I understand it, not giving us the lead seems...
Dickish.
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
Like,
Just getting rid of
Being a
us.
dick about it is kind of the point.
If Victor lost to Casimir, would we still be able to call him Victor?
defeated. Defeater.
Defeater?
I think he'd be dead.
Instead of Peter.
Peter? Deep Peter? Alright, I'm done. Sorry.
Goes from victor to loser.
Victor the L taker.
Lichter.
He's not dead.
Victor Babaru?
Victor
He's
Beveru.
just
Not telling us where he wants
welded
us to
in
go.
stone, trust.
I'm still opposed to that. So I would press him again that if it is so ill importance and more out of curiosity, I feel like we have earned enough, proven ourselves enough to be given a hint on a waste of a task.
My judgment is enough. You may think as well as you fight and prove it.
This guy got an ego bigger than his head.
Have we not thought enough to make it this far?
Then this will be no challenge to you at all.
I cast locate object on the dagger.
This 100% feels like he's just like, what can I get this group of people to do?
If I cast detect magic, would he notice?
Yeah.
Damn.
He just doesn't want us around. Very well.
That's it. He doesn't want us here.
Yeah, he doesn't want us here.
Why don't he just kill us?
Here's what we do: is we're gonna leave, go straight to Casimir.
Yo, Casimir, this is bitch named
Ignore
Victor
the dagger.
wants to kill you.
Be just like, hey, so we learned he truly is leading an uprising. You want to do something?
Yo, Casimir, if you don't act like quickly, you're gonna be dead even faster.
I mean, what's stopping us from doing that? I feel like going and getting the... If we're not siding with Victor, going and getting the dagger seems like a waste of time.
I feel like... Okay, this is my third conspiracy theory of the night. I feel like, based on what's going on, there's something that we don't know.
I guess it probably boils down to the fact
Jack,
that...
I think you have a... Okay, this is going to be a difficult check. Can you, make an insight check for me.
There's some... And I'm not pulling like bullshit out of my ass. I feel like for the amount of focus we've been getting on this, that's an 11.
11?
Can I assist him in some way?
I suppose, sure.
Since we've been talking so thoroughly.
15.
15? I'll give you this. You feel like he's, like, this is not simply another test. This is a rite. This is a lesson, rather than an exam.
So, there isn't something that we don't know going on. My theory was that because his personality makes no sense in the current context, he must know something we don't. But if this is just a lesson, it's a waste of time.
If it's just a lesson, the lesson is follow orders, don't ask questions.
Which is not what I'm about.
That's his lesson. He's like, oh no, I have found myself with 4 at least capable combatants who will not just do everything I say without question, and that's what I think he's trying to break. Is he's like, do menial tasks until you no longer ask questions.
Well, then that's in direct conflict with the mission.
Yeah.
So,
my only concern, though, in not following the task is now kind of backtracking my train of thought of us going straight to Casimir, is we don't outspeed them there. Us on foot does not beat the flying carcass.
well, he said he was going to wait for us to complete the task before he'd confront Casimir. Sure, we don't know how long this task is going to take. If he's just waiting around forever, what's the point?
So, if we are successful, you said that there would be a rendezvous point.
Yes, at the northern point of the Duskwoods.
Is there a time frame that we would need to be there by?
You shall return there within... I'll give you a week. A week and a half.
Wow.
You may have your... I will be generous.
That is plenty of time.
What is there not a rush to get to Casimir and ascend?
Of course not.
I guess if you have all the parts or all the pieces that you need, if anything, stalling gives you more time to do good.
Do you see no threat to the Death Watch?
No. I think our mission is nearly complete. It is simply to make amends and then restore Scion.
This guy is full.
Oh, brother!
Oh, brother, this guy thinks he's too big to fail.
Glacius has his face off and has this entire time. I don't want there to be like facial expressions coming from me during this whole conversation. So I'm way too deep in thought about this whole interaction. I want to
It
minimize
seems to
him
me-
reading it.
That we don't have a real reason to follow along. What do you think?
I don't see a point either in following along. I don't really want to listen to him at
Botan?
all.
Do you mind me asking what the dagger does?
No? Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you said it's of
I
interest.
know you're talking to him. Oh.
I know you said it's of interest.
Yes, it is of interest. I may find use for it.
Is it similar to your sword?
Oh,
Which is also-
Arcabanos?
Quite a intriguing item.
No. I believe it has different properties, and I believe it comes from a different age.
Fair
What's the
enough.
name of the dagger?
Luminoxus.
Luminoxus. Got it.
See, if he was a knight blood, or if he had a knight, half or something, a dagger like Luminoxus seems perfect for somebody who is, knight based.
Yeah, I don't see him backstab. Actually, I definitely see him backstabbing people. So.
The name, this is not something you would have to pass a check for. The name invokes both light and darkness.
Well, the way I see it, we have no real reason to go along with his task, and the longer we spend alongside him, the longer we risk him discovering the actual artifact. Which, whether or not he truly thinks he has one or he's bluffing, it's not a risk that's worth taking.
Is there ever in recorded history an artifact being split into parts or multiplied?
Make a history check.
May I assist?
Yeah, this is still going to be incredibly difficult.
18.
You don't know.
Sorry, 21.
Nothing was ever recorded in history like this.
So our plan at the moment is go ask questions. Like he said, try to get a heading, right?
Well, are we going in on the dagger plan?
I don't think we do it, but I think we have to show that we're going to.
Do we consider it as a tool worth for our use?
We'll go do it.
Or do we not even risk the time?
That, I think we figure out. So I think our first plan should be to ask questions, try to gauge a concept of its location, so at least we have the alibi of people think that's what we're doing and what we're going for.
That makes sense.
And then once we've gathered what information we can, then we decide if we go for it. Because if some of his people know...
Well, Deidre already does not trust us.
Right. But if some of his people know, like, yeah, the dagger's 17 feet to your left, I'll put the X on your map. Also, it allows you to command the moon and the sun or something like that. Then that'd be worth us actually going to get it for our own use.
Yeah.
But if nobody knows anything, I think we just decide from there. I think it's worth asking about.
We still have rest to go, too, don't we?
Alright. What?
But there's still a rest day.
Yeah, you still have to wait till at least tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so we got time.
At this point, Deidre is going to speak up. She'll say, Your Highness, is there not, is there truly no risk for them leaving, for them just abandoning? They already brought up the topic of abandoning the cause. And Prince Fia, I must concur. And then, Victor goes, they may do what they wish, as may you. And then Fia goes, in that case, I shall go with them. I will not assist. I will be there to supervise, to ensure their loyalty.
All right, Toro, I have a plan. We bag Fia, and then you pretend to be her.
We put her 6 feet under.
Yeah, but 6 feet up.
I'm Fia.
Coro tragically succumbed on our journey.
Unfortunately, in the very next sentence, I was about to say,
Deidre's also going with us.
no. Victor goes, oh, perfect. Then if they do not return with you, then I will know that they have betrayed me. An excellent idea.
Well, I mean,
Toro tragically succumbed to the wilderness, but good thing Fia survived.
sorry, Toro, looks like you're leaving the party.
Hello, I'm Fia. Real princess.
Yes,
Very well.
I am the real
Perfect.
princess.
Fia, where are we
Would you like to
going?
go?
I think we can still ditch her.
She's not
We
saying
can
she
still
would-
ditch her, but Fia can tell us where the dagger
She
No, I think
explicitly
she's
she would
told
not assist. She would supervise.
So she's gonna stand there while we fight guys and
Yeah.
dig holes.
What if
Fuck
we corrupt
that.
her?
No, that part's fine. I want her to tell us where we're going.
Fuck that.
So I will turn to Fia then. Perfect. You can guide us to the dagger then.
I do not know where it is.
Lies. I don't say that.
Nice.
Glacius doesn't have lungs. He can't sigh, but boy, does he wish he could.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
But okay, question for GM the player: is it so much to ask that you guys just ask people or go to the library? I'm not saying I'm not trying to be frustrated here. I'm just like you guys are making a big deal out of him not telling you, this is the easiest part of the thing to figure out.
DM to player? No, it doesn't bother me. Character to
I'm just
character?
playing along.
Yeah.
Character to character? Why the fuck wouldn't you just tell it? DM to player, it's fine.
Well, it's
It
part
makes-
of the test. He's trying to be arrogant and put
No.
us down and control us and decide, etc.
It's perfectly fine, DM to player. Character to character, the fuck, bro?
So what is the Glacius poll right now between how many points does
What's his aura?
how many points does Casimir have? How many points does Victor have?
Victor is still at like... We'll use a 10 scale, alright?
Yeah.
Victor's still at like a -8.
Damn.
-8, -7. The proof of him being a Scion definitely brought him up a point or two.
I don't believe a lick of that.
Casimir was always like a 6 and is now like a 5. Is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm not inclined to believe anything this guy says is true at all.
That's fair. Initially, I almost wanted more for Fia to take over. I would have been a lot more in support of her usurping her father
Oh yeah.
than I am for Victor taking over. Because that was my initial thought with the Death March.
If this guy won't hesitate to start a war for his own benefit, what is he going to do with a whole nation of people?
Right. Alright. Well,
Well, the
can you
difference is he's doing
point us in
something.
the direction of who to talk to?
We have resources aboard. Generals know histories of relics, as would our library.
Is Fia not a general?
Fia doesn't know.
Damn.
And she shrugs. She goes, I don't.
Yeah.
I know I'm not...
Can I tell you something? You can't be stupid and ugly. You gotta pick one.
Is she ugly?
No.
I will
I was
then
just saying, I didn't know that was a
like
canon
do like a
phenomenon.
light bow to
Canon
him
trait
and
of
then
hers.
turn to
Yes.
leave.
Very well.
I'm
Oh.
gonna turn to leave.
Me, when I look at Victor and Deidre, I never seen two pretty
And
best
Deidre, as you're leaving, he goes, and Deidre, ensure that our magical defenses are reinstalled. With Malak gone, Coraudris is vulnerable for the time being.
Oh, so this guy must be real full of it if he thinks that we're gonna hear that and not snoop around. Unless that's what he wants us to.
He literally just told us to go snoop around and figure out where to go.
Yeah.
You have to find it on your own.
Negative intelligence
It's a scavenger
Glacius would go go to the people
Bro,
first,
you
or the
like
other
games.
generals first to ask questions.
Let's play a game.
Does anybody have a positive intelligence score when I go to the library?
I do have a positive.
That would not be
intelligence
me anymore. Chaos Exchange is gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the other generals.
score. You can't put on your smart glasses.
They are
think you
they are
can't
exhausted
anymore.
in like the common area.
Mm-hmm.
But the ship feels really empty right now. It is right now. It is just the generals and you aboard. Everyone else is out
What
on
what
the
kind
march.
of numbers were there? Like, they obviously couldn't have re-resurrected the 1,000+ people, but like 50, 100, 500.
There were all several thousand people.
That's a lot.
Or
It is.
1,000,
It
That's
is.
way more than 30 could reasonably produce.
It is.
1,000+. They probably took some from the ship.
There's, as always, things aren't making sense. There must be something going on we don't know about. That's my conclusion, at least.
Alright. I'm still gonna go over to the exhausted generals.
Yeah, excuse me. He, like the general like bows. Like he, being given a position along with basically equal to.
So we kind of usurped Moloch in Permon.
Yes. It seems like you're able to get this from a very easy idea, and how the conversation went. It seems like as a collective, you four have essentially usurped Moloch.
Can I propose we be done soon?
Yes.
Oh shit! Did
It's
this time.
bedtime.
Do we want to call it there then?
We can
We
call it
finish the conversation.
We can also. I don't know how many questions we're going to need to ask
True.
and how much research. So I say we call it there, and we pick up next time with
The episode in the library. It's the opposite of a beach episode.
A bottle episode?
the mess hall episode.
We'll end it there then.